serve it to you cold. Hey, jive, yeah, the duel, making plays and make them bold, huh? Get live, it's the BigJive MMA Show. Parlays, they talk them all, even at the play low. Coming at you weekly when they species legit. Come in here, they best bets when they empty in the clip, huh? And never trip, they coming like a loaded gun. With a sickle parlay, with a eyes like 10 to 1. It's every show, every quote that you hear is what they wrote. They gon' stand on it, winning all their plays and count some bands on it. It's MMA, if you got a problem, put your mans on it. Step up to the octagon and show me how you coming. They ain't listen, now they coming. This way you want pussy bet. It's BigJive MMA Show. Watch where they gon' take it next.
Ooh, we're here, baby. We are here on a motherfucking. You used the wrong colors on your face paint. That's
Dagestan flag, brother.
Dagestan flag right there on the face paint there, brother. That's Hey Jive. That's all Hey Jive. Hey Jive does all the graphics and he does an incredible job with it. But what's up, boys? Sorry about yesterday. I want to get ahead of it. Here in Cincinnati, a lot of the Midwest boys are getting hammered with a storm, and we were very fortunate most of yesterday not to get hit with anything and the power not being out. My father wasn't without power for like 16 hours, and then it finally hit us about a little before 5 o'clock. And I said, oh no. And if it took him 12, 16 hours to get his power back on, you know, my subdivision, we're closed off where it's one way in, one way out. There's about maybe 90 to 100 houses back here. So when we lose power, it's just us. You know, we're not connected to any of the main grids. We have our own one. So it takes a while for them to get to us. We were without it for about 9 hours. So luckily it's back on. It's still storming outside, but we're here, baby. We're here.
Mother Nature can't stop the BigJive.
Can't stop Mother Nature. You can't.
They can pause us for a day, but we'll be back. And we're here on a Thursday.
We're here, baby.
To break down UFC 330. Chat, how we doing tonight? The normal suspects. Acid Legs fan, always in the chat. YG Davey, JJ Ayla, Biscuit next season. Now that's one I don't really recall seeing.
Biscuit next season. It's a great name.
Vince, as always, how we doing tonight, boys? We got 12 fights to break down. We got 2 title fights. Should be a good show. Should be a good card. Some people are kind of ragging, you know, on this card. I don't really think it's that bad, to be honest. I think there's some fun fights, but we are coming off of a couple big time cards in UFC Freedom and the McGregor card. So we've been spoiled this summer.
Yeah.
This August, it's not that bad, guys. All right. It's really not that bad. So
there's a meme going around. It was like Spider-Man, like he was like, it was more from one of the movies. He's like slumped over and the rain's pouring on him. And he goes, how I feel like trying to keep my interest in MMA or something. You spoiled little fuck, right? Like UFC Freedom 250, which was one of the greatest cards I've ever seen, was not that long ago. McGregor, yeah, it ended shitty, but it's the card was great. Last week on paper wasn't great. It was good fights, right? Oh, like yeah. I hate when people shift like that. It's fucking annoying. And these are the same fucking people who will go, you know what, low key, PFL's got a better event than UFC this week. Great. No one can figure out how to watch PFL. So I'm glad they're doing their thing. You know, it's just like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. Some aren't the best or whatever, but they're always good to deliver to MMA. And guess what? Even if a card is shitty, the reason you tune in to us is because we're going to tell you how we're going to bet it, right? Yeah. Even if a card is shitty, you still can bet it. You know what I mean? Yeah. The betting lines are still there, baby. Still money to be made.
You know, everyone loves the Contender Series, right?
Yeah.
Who doesn't? Like, everyone loves the Contender Series. And it came back on Tuesday. And I'm sure everyone in the chat knows. And I saw some tweet. I forget who it was, but it was some pretty big account. It was a quote tweet of somebody saying, like, so excited for Contender Series to come back.
Yeah.
And they quote tweeted, it said, we've had the Contender Series for a while. It's been on Saturdays.
Right.
Which is like just digging at the cards.
Of course, yeah.
But like, if you think the UFC cards that are at the Apex are like Contender Series level fights, but you love the Contender Series, wouldn't you love the Apex fights then?
Exactly. It makes their logic makes no sense.
Yeah, it's stupid.
There's a dude I follow. Can't remember his name. I wish I could so I can call him the fuck out. he like loves like he follows all the regional scenes, and he like loves like the prospects, right? He's like this guy, and he's very critical with the UFC matchmaking or who UFC brings in. Like, oh, that guy, the guy signed the UFC, he sucks or whatever. And then he like tweeted out like who he was really excited for on contenders. He's like, there's only 3 guys. And I forget that one was Hassan, obviously. And then the other one was that Muamba guy. And then the minute Muamba loses, he's like, yeah, he wasn't UFC ready. He's not all that good. And I'm like, dude, you just tweeted. You were so excited. Like, he's talent. Like, what? The switch up on some of these dudes,
It's
man,
pretty
it's like,
good.
come on, man.
I bet on Malumba.
He's not bad, but like the minute he loses, you're gonna switch on him, right? It was a fun fight. Like that dude.
It was a good fight.
Yeah, it was a great fight. They dropped each other, and it was a great fight. I thought all the fights were good except one on the contender series. And Hassan just got booked. The Wint dude, the big jacked Wint dude who roughed up my Ohio boy, he just got booked for next week in Sacramento. So they're turning these guys around, man. And listen, I love the contender series as well, but I love everything MMA. You put it out there. I love it. The contender series though, it's it's like a job interview. It's cool. It's fighters fight a little different because they know they got to show out. Yeah. And then stars are born off that. I mean, truly they are. I mean, Sean O'Malley became a star just from that, so it's fun. It's fun and it's a good way to get in the UFC. It's a way better way, in my opinion, to get in the UFC than it is the Ultimate Fighter nowadays, even though they still push the Ultimate Fighter, which I enjoy the Ultimate Fighter too, but
not as fun as Contender Series.
No, Contender Series is better.
Because you can't bet on it, right? You can't bet on the Ultimate Fighter.
No, because it's taped. So yeah, they did that one live season with Anik and with Cruz and Faber. It was like 20 weeks. The one Michael Chiesa one that was live every week, and I'm sure you could have bet on that back then. But yeah, that was about it.
We got a $4.99 from Zach Earp7. First time caller, been loving the content and energy you guys have. Let's hit a big one this week. Big 86s in the chat.
Let's go, babe. I don't know what 86s mean. I'm born in 86, so hopefully it's the fellow 86er.
That's it. Yeah, maybe
40 years old. I mean, you're not. If your birthday's later than you, you're not 40 yet, but maybe.
Thank you for the $4.99. Should we recap how we did last week?
Let's do it, bro.
First of all, actually, before we get into our recap, we got to give some shout outs to some elite fight pickers from last event.
Okay, shout them out.
Wild. 12-0. 5 people went 12-0.
I peak. I've seen that guy's name before.
I peak. T Cook 2, 22 Power, Shizzy, and Mitchie Betts.
Nice.
Mitchie 12-0. So I don't know.
Let's go 11-0, 10-0s too. All right. Yeah. Luna's back.
Yeah, I guess only one underdog won. So
yeah.
And then all the other favorites won. But I don't know how they split it up. I guess we'd have to ask Russ. But first place is supposed to get $300, and second place is supposed to get 100 or 200.
Right.
I have a slide. I forget. But
while we're on that, you see they've updated the fight pick section on 3PC. Again, boys, I've been saying this for over a year now. 3PC, we're building, we're getting better. Everything. I mean, this is, and then they have like stats and whatnot.
Details.
And on the top of my app right here, I'm ranked 1,664. I am down 30.95 units.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I am 174 and 118 on my picks. I have a 60% win rate, and 292 picks have been made. So that's cool that they track all that. Like, people love that shit because, Bet MMA Tips, which is a great website. I don't want to bash them, but like, they track really more in-depth detail bets. I understand that, but it's kind of clunky to do. This is so streamlined, and I encourage everyone to use 3PC as a really good tool. But Hayden's, I see you were at the top of your you were like number 152 or something like that, I think it said.
No, I don't think so.
I thought it said that on your thing.
No, not a chance. Not a chance. I think I'm
really.
What's that? Fight picks.
Yeah, so right there.
1,606.
Oh, okay. Shit. I thought you were okay.
Because if you're anywhere in the negative, like there's probably a bunch of people that only made like picks for one card.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So
why did I think you were the 100 and?
Oh, no.
I don't know. You're in the 1,000.
Dirty
We're
Harry.
both 1,000 bros, though, dude.
Dirty Harry is absolutely Tracy Wilson, whoever that is.
Tracy
Dirty Harry.
Wilson.
It's at the
Dirty
top
Harry.
of the leaderboard. 72%. 191, 73.
Punchy McStar Wars. What a great fucking name. Punchy McStar Wars.
Let's
Some good
recap
names there.
how we did. BP's Empty the Clip came through with ease. Shout out to Tainara.
I wouldn't say with ease. She got clipped by Lemos, and I was like, oh shit. And Lemos looked pretty locked in, right? I was during the walkouts. We missed her walkout. She danced the whole time, apparently. Lemos looked locked the fuck in. And Lemos, again, she can deliver a performance that, you know, it's like, whoa. Tainara is just full of confidence, full of energy. And yeah, there was a hairy moment where she did get clipped and get rocked, but you know, ultimately she found her game, busted up Lemos, and then you know, it's a competitive fight. But yeah, Tainara got it done. Nice little ETC for your boy there.
Easy ETC for BP. My Empty the Clip came through as well.
Yes, sir.
Fajeda gets it done.
Bring me my money.
Yeah, fun fight.
Easy.
Yeah, fun fight. Billy Q, he took, what, 18 months off or something like that? He found his chin again because he took some fucking right hands, bro. A lot of them. And he got wobbled once, but he ate him clean, and it was a fun fight. I thought Diego was going to – I had Diego as well. I thought Diego was going to slow down in that third round, and Billy might have done some Billy Q things and taken over, but
Yeah.
it was a fun fight. It was a good fight.
Yeah. Now, in full transparency, I didn't like actually empty the clip. Now, we give out the empty the clips every week.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I actually do empty the clip. Like I put a lot of coin on it. This week, once I saw Diego Fajeda's face, it looked old as fuck.
Yeah.
And I said,
yeah,
I can't do it.
Sure.
I can't do it. I'm going to try to pick my spots a little bit more selectively.
Of course.
Nowadays. So I said, you know what? If he wins, cool. But if he loses and I lay minus 180 on a 41-year-old or however old he is,
yeah,
I don't know if I could live with myself.
right.
So I just laid off. I did have
You
him
didn't bet him at all? You didn't put him in anything?
Well, I had him in the many man parlay.
Okay.
I had him in the main card parlay.
Okay.
Both of those schmacked. So I still made some coin on Diego Fajeda, but I didn't play it straight. Usually when we're talking empty the clip, we're like straight bet or solid parlay piece, which I guess was a pretty solid parlay piece. So
yeah,
got that one done. The 3-punch parlay did come through.
Yeah.
But we had a void because Miles Johns was supposed to be taking on Jesse Rosas. Rosas pulled out. So it turned into a 2-legger at plus 120, and that came through. So we got a W on the 3-punch parlay.
Yeah, I hit that one twice. So after the show, I usually try to put in the bets that we the parlays. The Sicko's usually already made before the show. And then I do the 3PC parlay because sometimes on Saturday, I'm a little scatterbrained, I forget. So I put this one in. And then obviously the John's leg was void. So then I redid it with the new John's leg, which was obviously much higher. But yeah, so I smacked it twice. So it was good.
Easy. We got a $4.99 from Ahar 121. Anyone know of any good hotlines I can call? Is 1-800-ADMIT-IT a solid choice? Is that the gambling hotline?
Admit it? Is this? I mean, I don't know. Admit it.
Admit it. Like a gambling addiction.
Yeah, like I admit it. I have it. I don't know, brother. I've never had to battle addiction before. But listen, if yeah, I mean, I know go to DraftKings website. There's a fucking number you can call right there.
It's actually 888. Admit it.
888 admit it. Okay.
So if you are looking for that one, it's 888 admit it. You can call it gambling help if you got a gambling problem. BP's Sicko parlay went 0 for 3.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Big
Gamrot. Swing. There's someone in the chat. I wanted to talk about Skalkill because I mispronounced his name wrong.
You do every time.
Every time. But what a fucking talent this dude is. So Russ kindly put in a parlay for me for my birthday, a birthday parlay. And it came down to one leg, and it was Gamrot, right? And I was confident Gamrot is an underdog, and obviously we know what happened. But I'm such a fucking sicko that I mean, obviously I want to win money, always, right? And listen, it was Captain Russ is the best, right? But after watching Skalkill do what he did, to a guy like Gamrot. Now, I know Gamrot, listen, he's 35. He might not be the best fighter in the world anymore, but he's still a tough out, right? I mean, really, the only people we've seen really destroy him and take him out was Charles Oliveira. And Quinton looked amazing. He beat him on the feet, dropped him, rocked him with that left hook.
Can you say
grappled him?
Say his name for me, please. Just like one time.
Quinton Skowkill. Wait, that's his name, Quinton, right? What Quillen? What is it? Quillen? I thought it was
Quillen.
Yeah, it's in the fucking these Australians, bro.
Salkill.
I like saying Salkill because there's a fucking D in there, bro.
Salkill.
You know what I mean? You Quillen. Yeah, Quillen.
Salkill.
Blown away. Like, I would have loved to have that money, but blown away by that performance. This kid is a fucking superstar. Great personality, obviously highly skilled. Aussie's got another one. You know what I mean? They got another dude. And he's from Perth too. Like, literally leading to the walk-up, I'm like, it was a joke, guys. I'm Andy 1970, the Game Rock guy. Oh, I think in YouTube I was right about Southern.
Get a new YouTube.
Wow. Why'd you have to get another one? His picture did look familiar from Andy 1975.
He was right about
sorry, buddy.
Other than losing, though.
You were.
Hammer. What's his nuts? Jose
Montana. By the way, speaking of that, so props to Quillen for looking amazing. I think Benoit Saint-Denis is a great matchup. If they really want to throw him to the fire because 55 is kind of logged up or whatever, I would love Usman Nurmagomedov to get signed and let him go against Quillen. See, that's an incredible fight. Anyway, there's a guy on, I think it was my YouTube channel, commenting that me and you highly disrespected Jose Montana, or how you say his name, and he's super high skilled.
He still looks like a bum, dude.
Yeah, no, right. He was like, you guys don't even watch tape. He's elite. You blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, listen, I watched every fight I could find of him. And he looked very average versus very average people. He did what he was supposed to do, but I'm not blown away, right? And I said, I did mention in my breakdown, he could easily sub Louis in round 1, but I have to go with Louis. And then, of course, Louis loses in the fashion he does, and that dude comes back. I told you so. You and Hayden don't watch nothing. And I'm like, I'm going to let you have this one, but let's just see how Jose does throughout the rest of his UFC career, because from what I see, I just don't know if he is elite. And I could be wrong. I'll eat my words if he's elite. I would love an elite heavyweight in the UFC. I just happen to not see it. Yeah,
I didn't put a dime on Louis. I can tell you that. BP, let's address this chat and give me your thoughts on it. Lyndon9975 is wondering if we can add a little slide for underdog of the week.
Okay, sure.
The future.
Yeah.
Next show.
We're always looking to improve the show. I always take at least one or two underdogs a week. I hate going all chalk. It makes me feel bad. It makes my skin crawl. So yeah, of course. I used to do on my old show, I used to do a dog lock of the week. Yeah, okay. That would be we could definitely do that. We'll add that going forward. I think that would be fun. Which dog's gonna bark the loudest? Al-Shamsi Jr. with the 10 AED. Boys, the last card was 94-1 over unders. We're 825 to 1. Last card was 94-1 over. Over unders were 85. That's a lot of numbers. I don't know what that means, Al-Shamsi. Overs were 94-1. Unders were 825 to 1. Oh, he's saying what? That's a lot of math, bro. Like what? I don't know what he's referencing. You're gonna have to explain yourself more. Overs, like if you parlayed the overs. I don't know. I don't know what he's saying. Our boy Dixall did a super chat. He said we skipped it. Damn, getting my super chat skipped. Sorry, bro. Sorry, we'll get the Dixall. Dixall 499. Fernandez KO2 plus 800. Loving that this weekend. Much love for y'all. Wanted to ask how to become a mod for the channel. Well, I'm pretty sure I could just do that right now. Can I? Are you? I was wondering that because I wanted my boy Trini to be a mod if he wanted it, but I know Dixon Sider's got that locked up. I wasn't sure if there could be more than one. It's a good question. I don't know how it works. I will look into it. Dixon Sider's a great mod. He'll mod the shit out of the chat. You know what I mean? I will look into it, Dixaw. And if I can
do it, I will do it. Which I'm pretty sure I should be able to do it. But
that'd be funny. We'll have 2 mods with dicks in it.
My sicko came through.
Yeah.
But
shit.
only at plus 329.
Okay, yeah, because of the leg dropped off with Rosa. Yeah.
Old Rosas pulled out with herpes on his forehead or something.
Is that what it was? I never found out exactly what it was.
I don't know. I think
that might be right.
I think Rosas was saying it was like mat burn, and the doctor said that it was like could be herpes or something like that. So there's
another fighter not too long ago that pulled out for herpes. I guess they do not want you fighting with herpes, bro.
Lamos had something on her lip.
There's another. It was I think it was a Brazilian dude, a big dude.
Yeah, Bellato. Adolfo Bellato.
There you go.
Paul Craig, which was like, dude, you're not pulling out of a Paul Craig fight, but the doctor wouldn't clear him. So yeah, $4.99 from Ahar, 121. When you fail out of college, they delete your .edu Gmail.
Let's delete my YouTube account. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What social media do you interact with, respond to fans? I'm heavy on X, Twitter, whatever. I mean, I do Instagram too, but Instagram, people will send me a DM and I won't get it. Like they send it to a different box, and I'm not heavy on Instagram. So like I'll eventually will check that box like a month down the road, and people are sending me stuff and I feel so bad. Like I'm not trying to big time you. I just literally, it goes to that different box.
Yeah. Honestly, if you DM me on Instagram, I'm probably not going to see it like ever. So I get so many. I do like those automations too.
Yeah.
Like the reply to my story automation. So it just like fills up. Mm-hmm. But sometimes I'll get the notification, and if it's like an interesting DM, then I'll click on it and I'll respond. But more often than not, if you DM me on Instagram, I ain't responding. If you add me on X, I'll probably see it more likely than not.
Yeah.
But also in 3PC. If you like 3PC, then I'll definitely see it there. So Al-Shamji with the 10 AED, if you parlayed all winners and parlayed the overs.
There you go.
Okay, so if you parlayed all the winners from last card and the overs, it was 94-1.
It's pretty nice.
Interesting. Well, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense at all. Montana had a round 1 sub.
Romeo Dobstan, I was watching the Bengals before I came on here. I was literally running against the clock. I ate dinner late, and I watched watched the first couple drives. Joe was in. Our defense looking good.
The fuck is this?
Is a supporter of the LGBT community. Okay, congratulations, hey Joe. That's great. I think they've added more letters to the LGBTQ. It's like LGBTQ plus XYZ or some shit like that. I don't know.
We have other mods waiting in the wing. So I would watch it, buddy. All right.
Damn. Dick's inside. Come on, bro.
All right, you might lose your job. Dicksaw is climbing up the ranks. Okay. You better watch it, bud. I just hit a fucking 329 sicko parlay. All right.
Yeah, bro. Fuck yeah, you did.
All right. Should we hop into it?
Let's do it.
Well, we're already 24 minutes in, so I think we should probably hop into it.
Yeah. Let's give the people what they want.
To start off the card, we got the biggest favorite on the card. I'm gonna let you try to say it.
I actually pronounced this on the Anakin Florian, and I was taught how to do this. So the way he says it is Muktabai is how he says it on the fucking file. Muktabek Orabai is how he says it. Muktabek, which is weird because it's a Y. I would have never pronounced that if I didn't hear the file that we used to do on Anakin Florian. But Muktabek Orabai, just coming off a domination of my boy Chris Curtis.
Yeah, he dominated him.
Yeah.
Muktabek is coming in as the biggest favorite on the card, minus 1,000. Taking on Jeremiah Wells, plus 661. Muktabek is surprisingly 11 years younger than the specimen to his left. But both guys have 5 wins in the UFC, 2 losses for Wells, but he's 1-2 in his last 3 fights. He's 39. It's the only guy from Philly on this card.
That's so crazy. Sean Brady was saying he was mad that he wasn't on this, but then other people said they tried to book him, and Sean Brady's like, He's not a guy that fights super often. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, that's weird. They do have some Philly guys. I mean, Joe Pfeiffer's a Philly guy. Even guys that are from Jersey, some parts of Jersey are so close to Philly. Get some fucking Jersey boys up there, man.
Yeah, I don't really think that matters. I always see people. I don't give a fuck, honestly.
I typically don't either. You know what? I don't know, because of if there's only one fighter on the UFC roster from Cincinnati, that's Chris Curtis, and he lives in Vegas, right? But if they came to Cincinnati and we had, like, say we had 4 fighters on the roster and we had only one representative of Cincinnati, I'd be like, that's kind of a shame. But then again, it's a pay-per-view. You're getting a double title fight in Philly. I wouldn't care at that point.
If
right.
Fight night, then
if there's a fight night, right, exactly.
But
yeah.
Bro, you're already getting 2 title fights.
But like Daukaus, they just called Daukaus, they just announced his fight. Throw him on here. I know he's fought 250, but
he's fucking still sleeping at the White House lawn.
It's true. They had to wake him up. Bring back his brother Chris. Everyone needs a good knockout. Chris Daukaus can get knocked out in front of these fans, man.
Well, BP, are you taking any shot on the hometown guy here, Wells, or
no? I mean, I've never been a huge fan of Wells. I think he's a good grappler. I think he's chinny, and the fact that he's 39, doesn't fight out often. His grappling's gonna have to be tested here, because there's no way he can stand up with Urabai, who I don't think is the best stand-up fighter. He does have obviously power. He absolutely murdered Jack Hermanson. He didn't really want to stand with Chris, obviously, because he had such an advantage in the wrestling. His wrestling's obviously very, very good. His chin is phenomenal. Like, good luck putting this fucking guy down. Jeremiah Wells has a good explosive power, but not the best striking. He wants to get to the fight to the mat. I just don't think Urabai is going to get out grappled by a guy like Wells. And I think Urabai's best path to victory would be knock him out. So I like Makhachev Urabai by knockout. And if we can get that number, which, sorry, I don't have all my screens pulled up today, so I don't know the number in front of me. But what is it?
Plus 165, plus 170.
Yeah. So DraftKings got him at plus 140 by knockout. I mean, that's better than minus. That's better than minus 1,000. They actually have him 1,100 on DraftKings as well. It's a pretty high number. Yeah. I mean, give me Urabai. I just don't think Jeremiah Wells is that good, but he can sneakily, make this competitive if Urabai fights really dumb and they grapple. And yeah, I don't know, but I'm not gonna be on the fence about this. Give me the fucking huge favorite. I'm not gonna play these games. Give me the fucking the favorite.
He's now up to minus 1,100.
Yeah.
And Wells is up to plus 750 in some areas. So yeah, it's gonna be hard to make a case for Jeremiah Wells, but I kind of think this could go to a decision.
I think so too. Yeah, worried about Wells' durability. He does get put down a lot. But yeah, I mean, Urabai, though, he's not like a killer finisher. The Hermanson thing was kind of a fluke.
Wells is just a weird fighter. So like, I think Urabai's just going to try to get a hold of him. And Wells doesn't have like bad cardio. He's not a bad grappler. I think he's a black belt. Like, I don't see Urabai really subbing him either.
No, yeah, he is a good grappler. And Urabai struggled with Ron Becky, who's a good grappler as well.
Harris subbed this guy with his signature anaconda choke, bro. Like,
bro,
Austin Harris's front chokes, anaconda darts are nasty, bro.
I got a funny story about that. So I was in Nashville on my birthday weekend, and John Anik got me tickets, and we were sitting on the pretty good seats, and Heidi Dean had come over and said hi to us. I went down and dapped up Ray Longo, because this is when Dennis Bazook fought. And, so everyone in the crowd around me, they didn't recognize me or anything, but they kind of were like, why is this guy fucking dapping up these people, right? Like, who the fuck is this guy, right?
Make-Wish kid?
Yeah, right. Like, who the fuck? So I'm sitting next to, obviously, my wife, and this is happening. And Harris is on the bottom of that choke. And Wells had his arm in, and he looked fine. And I looked at my wife, was like, he's fine. He's fine. And I said it loud enough that everyone in around me heard me. And he gets choked unconscious. So then I had looks at me like, okay, so who the fuck is this guy dapping up Annex and fucking UFC employees and Ray Longo? And he can't even tell when a choke is on. So I was very embarrassed. So thank you, Jeremiah Wells, for embarrassing me. But yeah, he did get choked out by Carlson Harris.
Yeah. He fucked me in that fight. I bet on him. I think he was an underdog, maybe a slight favorite. And he was up 2 rounds to nothing easily. And then just gets subbed in the third. Wells isn't bad, man. I don't think I mean, I don't really see like much of a path to victory, but I think he can survive, honestly. So like oral by decision plus 220,
Yeah.
225.
Chat really likes sub, but or by sub. I mean, he's got a couple subs.
He's not like some crazy sub guy.
No, I don't think. I think if when they get in the grappling exchanges, I think Orabai is going to do exactly what he did with Chris. He's just going to maintain position.
Yeah,
Chris said he's very strong. He's got a good grip. I mean, Jeremiah Wells is a better grappler than Chris, but we'll see. So
rinse and repeat takedowns for 15 minutes, and we all fall asleep in the first fight. Let's move on. Welterweight bout, we got Neil Magny plus 124 taking on Ramiz Brahimaj. Comes in at minus 144. Brahimaj seems like he's from the East Coast based on his accent.
Yeah, he's New York or Jersey.
New York, probably New Jersey.
Probably from Boogie Down Bronx.
Yeah, it sounds like he's from the Bronx.
Yeah.
But I think he trains in Chicago at VFS.
Yeah, I think he's a Bilal guy, right? Yeah. That's funny. Born in Bronx, New York. Fighting out of Dallas, Texas, it says on Tapology. He used to be in Chicago. Travis Luter MMA is what it says.
No,
but that couldn't be right either. I know he's close with Bilal.
He trains in Chicago. He used to be in Texas with Saif Saud, and he absolutely despises Saif Saud now.
Ooh.
Doesn't talk well about him. So he's getting good training in Chicago, but he's coming off a loss, first loss in a while. He's on a 3-fight win streak to Punahele Soriano, where he kind of slowed down and got out wrestled as the fight went on. And that could probably happen here against Neil Magny if he doesn't get him out of there. The 39-year-old Neil Magny comes in with the most wins in the welterweight division history, 24. So we're going with the old dog, the Unk. Is it Unk season, BP?
Yeah, it's Unk season. I like the plus money. Brahimaj, his wins aren't all that good, and they're the same thing. Guillotine choke. He's got a great guillotine choke. That's about it, right? I mean, could you catch Magny in that? Sure, but Neil Magny is a guy. I've said this before. If you want to be elite at 170, you got to pass the Neil Magny test.
Oh yeah.
Some guys have failed it. They've been Magny, right? And I don't necessarily think Brahimaj is elite. Right. I think he's been around for long enough. I think this is a competitive fight. And I was actually surprised Neil was the plus money here because, again, I think Ramiz is not all that good. I think he's got one path to victory, and that's basically wrapping up a guillotine. I mean, he could maybe out-grapple Neil, but I don't see it. Neil being 39 worries me a little bit, but his cardio is always legit. He's so long and big in there that even taking him, holding him down is long or is hard. Those long guys, they got that weird fucking leverage on you. Daniel Cormier always described it as trying to take down a table. Like John Jones has it, right? It's awkward, and that's what Neil has. He got a fucking 80-inch reach, which is crazy. The one thing about Neil Magny is you just need to cut that hair, bro. I mean, give it up, right? Rashad Evans has got the same thing going on. Donnie House, the cut man, he's got the same thing going on. These older black guys, they're fucking hanging on to their scraps, and they're getting these braids. Cut it. It looks bad, man. Just cut it, please, Neil. Neil, if you cut it, I'll put my mortgage payment on you, bro. Because then I know you win. And if you cut it and then dye it blonde, like old school Kevin Randleman, then I'm putting my mortgage and car payment on you. But I like Neil Magny at plus 124. I think this is a good spot for him. Someone in the chat right when we ripped this said Neil Magny by decision was like plus 300. Love that. He could finish Brahimaj. I think Brahimaj got tired last time, and Neil doesn't really get tired. I mean, he can slow down a little bit, but Neil is a finisher. He can finish people late. We've seen it before. We've seen it a million times, but give me Neil Magny. And if he comes with a new haircut, man, woo, look out for old boy.
I mean, this is prime live betting opportunity on Neil, because if he's going to lose, he's probably going to get ran through in round one.
Sure.
And that's generally how Brahimaj wins fights, bro. He's not winning them by decision. He's winning them by early sub, which is kind of Neil Magny's Achilles heels, getting subbed, which I could see him taking the back, getting a rear naked choke, maybe getting him a flat backs, arm triangle, something like that. I don't really see him getting like a ghillie, and that's more of Brahimaj's specialty is that guillotine choke. I don't really know how he's going to get his Magny's head down because he's so damn tall.
Right. Magny would have to shoot.
Yeah, Magny's not going to shoot. He's more
in the scrambles of him getting up, if Magny's not careful, he jumps ghillie.
Yeah,
but yeah, you're right. That's a good point. Good live betting spot for Magny because Magny drops round one a lot, right? He survives round one. Then you're like, oh shit, this is the Neil Magny show, baby.
Dude, honestly, at this point, it kind of seems like he's literally just trying to survive like a round and a half and then
Yeah.
start to turn up.
He knows. He's been in there so long.
He is.
And he's like, I know what's gonna happen. Like, let me just get through this, and then we're gonna start finding out who you are.
Brahimai's not that good too. Like he's your average Joe Schmo.
Yeah, I don't think he's that good.
He's not a fucking Amosov. He's not a Prates. He's not a Morales. He's not an Ian Garry. Like those are the guys that Magny's losing to. So yeah, I think money line perspective, definitely dog or pass, but I could definitely see Brahimai finishing him early, but I think it's a good live bet spot on Magny after round 1, going into round 2, round 3. Probably get some nice plus money.
Mac MMA, MAC MMA is all over Ramiz. Maybe he's a New York guy.
Ramiz will wrap him up. Well, it's what he should do, right? Takes off with the 199. Ramiz round 1 or 2 plus 180. Magny round 3 or decision.
Plus 315 best value.
Interesting way to play it.
I would go. I mean, the best value there would be Magny round 3 decision, but
I mean, you could play both
on the Magny side, but yeah, you can take them both, right?
Both by decision or at plus money. Moving on, light heavyweight bout, we got Rafael Tobias comes in at plus 230, taking on the UFC newcomer Lucas Fernando, sits at minus 280. Fernando's 6 years older with a 7-inch reach advantage, 1-inch height advantage, and he was on the Contender Series a few years ago where he lost to Cesar Almeida. He got out grappled by Cesar Almeida.
Yeah.
The glory kickboxer. But since then, he's gone back to the regional scene. He took a loss to Azamat Makhachev, but since then, he's won 4 fights in a row. He's only 29, making improvements. Big frame for the weight class. Used to fight at middleweight. Now he's moving up to light heavyweight. Tobias lost his UFC debut to Dair Nurgajai by decision, where he couldn't get the sub on Nurgajai, where everyone was expecting him to. He was a favorite in that fight. Now he's a big dog. So a very different outlook on Tobias going into his second UFC fight. BP, is that outlook correct? Or does Tobias get the upset here?
Yeah, I like Fernando. I just don't like the line. Fernando's striking. I'm glad he sized up too. He's a big body frame. 185 was killing him. Go to light heavyweight. His striking's pretty good. He's looked really good in the LFA. The Almeida fight in the Contender Series is a rough watch. You know, yes, he lost Makhachev. Makhachev is a solid fighter, right? But his grappling is obviously a problem. Clearly, he's working on the grappling, but we don't know until he gets into the UFC. Now he's going against Tobias, who is a decent grappler. I don't know if his takedowns are elite, but he does have some good submissions, at least on his record. But being 23, I don't know how sure his wrestling is going to be. Like, has he cleaned it up that much to really come in here and take Fernando down? Who, again, did get out grappled by Almeida, but hopefully he learned from that. But again, with the Fernando having still some question marks with his grappling, I can't lay 280. I do like him in this spot. I think he can piece up Tobias. I think his striking is good. I think Tobias is he's a tough dude, but I think he's kind of a one-trick pony at this point, being so young and inexperienced. I mean, he's got 16 fights, but I mean, again, if you look at his record, they're against fucking nobody. So I'm going to take Lucas Fernando, but I don't like minus 280. It's going to be hard for me to play this. Tobias is pretty tough. You know, I'm curious to see if Fernando can go 3 smart rounds, right? Like piece him up for 3 rounds without making a mistake by giving up your back or getting taken down or doing something stupid. So I like Fernando. I don't like the line. Probably gonna be a pass on me, betting wise, but I'll enjoy these 2 Brazilians going at it, babe.
Taxelara. Tobias was a shoot the box guy, but it was a different shoot the box. So it wasn't the Diego Lima shoot the box. I think it was João Emilio or something, but he's actually moved to Florida full time, and he's managed by Gilbert Burns and trains at Deerfield Beach MMA.
Did they change it again?
No,
was Black Zillions, was Killcliff. Deerfield's different than those?
Yeah, different one.
So Gilbert Burns is no longer with Killcliff?
No.
He's just his manager. Never mind.
His manager. Yeah, he's just manager.
When you said that, I put it as coach in my head. Yeah, manager.
No,
gotcha.
So Deerfield is kind of a newer gym.
Yeah. Somewhat
within the past couple of years. Thad Jean from PFL trains there. Abdul Rahman Yakayev trains there.
Okay.
Tobias was helping him get ready for his last fight, which worked out pretty well. But yeah, I mean, I think Tobias can make this interesting if he can get
could.
But I don't really trust his striking. Like you said, I think he fought a bunch of cans. Even on the Contender Series, the guy he fought on the Contender Series was awful, like really bad. So Tobias is raw. You know, he's got some solid athleticism. He's strong. He can throw, but he's not a good striker. I don't think he's a very great wrestler either. But Fernando, he didn't even get taken down by Almeida. He just literally got out grappled.
Yeah.
Like he was taking down Almeida and then getting reversed and like getting on bottom, and he couldn't get out from bottom from a fucking glory kickboxer.
Right.
Rough, but you got to assume that was what 3-4 years ago.
Hopefully he's getting better. Right.
He's definitely the cleaner striker. He's got nasty calf kicks, solid boxing. He's going to have a 7-inch reach advantage. So yeah, I definitely pick Fernando. I could see it maybe being a decision. I don't know that Fernando's some massive power puncher, but
yeah,
if he like really starts to put it on Tobias, maybe he gets a late KO. But yeah, give me Fernando.
You're talking about real quick. You're talking about Deerfield being a new gym. Aljo was on Rogan talking about how there's a new gym in Vegas called the Q, which I had never even heard of.
Yeah, I heard that too.
You ever heard that? Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, Vegas is like you could put if you get the right coaching in Vegas, you can open a gym and be very successful. I mean, Extreme Couture, Randy Couture, you know, is not even a part of the gym anymore, and that's very successful. But yeah, so the Q, it's interesting. I'm gonna see how pay attention to that, because again, Florida's the same way, dude. There's MMA Masters is in South Florida. There's so many gyms down there that can pop up and do really well.
There's a ton, and everyone just goes to all the different gyms too.
Yeah,
like, you can go to one for boxing, jiu-jitsu,
right?
And then of course you got like your main one that you go to, like if you're part of the team. But
right,
there's a billion of them, bro.
There's so many. Yeah.
Z Merck 34 with the 199. Sending my weekly appreciation for you guys. We appreciate you
Zach.
being here. Let's go on to this middleweight bout. We got Vicente Luque coming in as a pick'em against Tresean Gore, who's also a pick'em. Tresean 3-4 in the UFC, coming off the biggest win of his career though against Azamat Bakoyev, where he cashed as a huge underdog with another guillotine, standing guillotine. I wasn't a standing; it was like a kneeling guillotine. It was weird. Yeah. Another guillotine win. That makes it 3 wins in the UFC, all by guillotine. And Vicente Luque comes in here, 17-8 in the UFC, 2-3 in the last 5, and coming off that Darce choke win against Kelvin Gastelum earlier this year in Miami, and that was his first fight at the 185-pound division. So here he is, second fight in the division as a pick'em against Tresean Gore. What's the move here, BP?
I mean, it's crazy that Luque is only 34 years old, because this guy's been through some shit, right? He's been through a lot of wars. We obviously know that after the Jeff Neal fight, he got the brain bleed, which is probably one of the scariest things that can happen to you as a fighter. And it almost seems like he's fallen off, right? Because they're giving him Tresean Gore. I don't know if this is like, Luque, we're giving you a layup, or we believe in Tresean Gore. Gore's a guy who, like, you know, 6-4. At one point, I think his UFC record was like 4-4. And he was getting hammered his last fight. He got hurt and got hurt a lot. And he stood in there and showed that my guillotine that he has, that he hits a lot of people with, is fucking nasty, right? He's got good cardio. He takes it seriously. When he cracks the microphone, he's confident in himself. You know, it's hard to dislike him. I know coming out to Ultimate Fighter, I was very negative on him. I still kind of get negative on him. I'm not really sure what type of fighter he wants to be. I think his chin is questionable. But I know Luque does have solid boxing, but I think the grappling, it's a no-brainer here. I think Luque is the better grappler. I think Luque is going to want to wrestle here. I think the brain bleed did kind of change Luque's trajectory in the way he fights. And I think he's going to want to mix in some wrestling here with Tresean Gore and obviously watch his neck. Luque did get submitted by Kevin Holland by Darce choke, which is Luque's move, which, you know, obviously is it's not quite a guillotine, but you gotta be careful by that, right? But you know, he's coming off an anaconda choke himself over Kevin Gastelum, even though he looks pregnant half the time, and that's coming from a guy like me, is still a decent fighter. And I just don't know if Tresean Gore's there, and you're giving us a low number on Luque, who at one time at 170 was a very interesting guy that maybe, I mean, I don't know how close he was to a title, but he was in conversations fighting elite guys. I mean, you know, he fought some really good high level guys at 170. So I'm going to go Luque. I don't think he's completely washed yet, but admittedly, I don't think I've ever picked Tresean Gore before. So I'm not going to start now. Give me Vicente Luque at -110. I think it's a good number.
It's an interesting fight. I will read the super chat from Dixaw, 199. Fight to end by sub plus 200.
I like that.
It's an interesting look. It's an interesting fight because you're kind of taking a leap of faith on either guy.
Sure.
It's like Gore, we don't know what he is at this point. And Luque, you never know what you're going to get. But I think the better leap of faith is on Tresean Gore because he's coming off the best performance of his career.
Yeah, sure.
Where he was very vocal that he started taking his career seriously.
Mm-hmm.
No weed. He's dialed in.
Yeah, he's dialed in. I liked his post fight his last time out. He deserved to have a moment like that.
Dialed in. He's at the MMA lab, no weed. And he's young in his career. He kind of had to learn on the job, man. He got into the UFC with what? A 3-0 record?
If that. I mean, I don't even know if that's a verified 3-0 record. I think they said he was 3-0, but who knows? I mean, he came out the Ultimate Fighter green as shit.
3-0 record. And when he was on the Ultimate Fighter, he had some promise.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's just going to be faster, more willing. I don't think Luque has his last 2 wins are club and subs in the first round.
Right.
How many times are you going to do that, man?
And maybe one more come Saturday, bro.
Maybe one more, sure.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I don't think he's winning this. If this gets out of the first, I think Gore starts to put it on him.
Okay.
Luque not going to be able to wrestle him, dude. Gore's takedown defense is very solid.
Mm-hmm.
And if Gore starts hitting him and Luque is shooting sloppy takedowns, Gore's got that fucking guillotine, bro. And it's nasty. It's nasty.
It is nasty. It's proven to be nasty.
I like Gore. I'm going to take Gore to get it done.
Interesting.
Distance. But I wouldn't. I mean, I think he gets it done inside the distance, but like the fight to not go the distance as a parlay piece looks good to me because I don't see Luque going 15. And Gore has been knocked out a couple times, so he could get stunned into that Darce. And he got dropped in his last fight against Makhachev. I think Gore's just if he fights aggressive, he should run through Luque at this point. Gassel him with his beer belly. We were all. I mean, I didn't see a fucking soul saying Luque was going to win that fight because Luque was coming off that quit job against Alvarez, where he almost the corner almost had to stop it in between rounds because he didn't look like he wanted to fight.
Yeah,
but now that he gets some fluke club and sub on Gastelum, everyone's like, nah, he's still good. Come on now, Gore's running through this guy.
Wow, running through. Okay, all right, brother.
And
I don't have a strong enough take to fight you on it, so I'm gonna. If you have that take, I'll respect it. But
Gastelum fumbled that shit, man. He fumbled it. And if you be, taking Gastelum by KO or laying minus 250 on Gastelum, I feel like you got to take Gore here. So
okay, fair enough.
We go.
Here's your boy,
my boy. In the middleweight division, we got Dante Johnson. Comes in at minus 275, taking on Eric Makhachev. Sits at plus 226. Makhachev 2-2 in the UFC. Dante 2-0, still undefeated. Perfect record of 8-0. He's 5'8" compared to 6 foot for Makhachev. He's going to have a 3-inch reach disadvantage than the 36-year-old Dante 27. So 9 years younger is Dante, coming off that picture-perfect win against Cody Brundage earlier this year. Eric Makhachev coming off a win against Adolfo Vieira as a big underdog as well. BP, how are we feeling this week?
Feeling good. I like your boy here. I mean, I don't like how you said picture perfect win over Cody. It was a split decision, but I like Dante. Dante went out to Vegas. He's working with my boy Chris Curtis. I sent a little text message, a little insider info on how Dante Johnson's doing, and Chris said he hits hard. He's very fast. He knows how to close that distance for being 5'8", right? For being, fighting up a weight. I mean, he was fighting at 205, fighting middleweight to, some middleweights can be 6'5". Being 5'8", you obviously have a disadvantage, but he knows how to close that distance because he's so athletic. And Makhachev's been knocked out like 3 or 4 times in his pro career. He's looked pretty solid in some fights. Some fights he's given some really good fights and really good account of himself. But ultimately, I think Dante Johnson's going to find the chin. I think Dante is a good grappler. I think he's explosive, and I think he lands some big shots on Eric, and I don't think Eric should be able to take it. I think we're looking at maybe round 1 KO. I think Dante having a little bit of confidence with that new team. You're sparring with Sean Strickland. You're out there in Vegas with some high-level guys, and you're putting in work, and you're kind of seeing the benchmark. You're sparring with the champion division. And the tapes I saw, the video I saw, Dante landed a few shots on Sean. So I like him landing some shots on McConaughey and putting them out. You know, McConaughey's not iron chinned, right? And Dante does have some snap, does have some crackle, and does have some pop, baby. Give me Dante Johnson, round 1 KO.
Yeah, I like the KO for Dante. I think it comes pretty early in this one because McConaughey, I think, is solid, but he's just not like a great and he's not a good enough fighter, I think, to avoid like big power punchers, and that's been evident by his career. I've cashed on him a couple times, but that was against Rodolfo Vieira, who's a jiu-jitsu guy, who still dropped him in the first round, and against Cody Brundage. And Brundage is just a known bag fumbler. He just doesn't really know how to win fights. So I think Dante Johnson gets him out of there in round 1. I know his last fight was not a good look. So I think there's a little bit of a discount in this one. I think the UFC likes Dante as well. Yeah. Why would they put him on embedded, man? Dante Johnson, they're putting Dante.
Yeah, I know. Embedded. Yeah. Well, and I think too, a guy like Dante Johnson, he's 8-0, so he's very young. A lot of those fights have come in 26 months or something like that. Yeah. So he took the Brundage fight really quick, right? And Cody Brundage, say what you will, he's very experienced. He knows how to go in there and he knows how not to look like a fool, right? He knows how to go in there and typically be like, okay, I'm deciding not to get finished, or I'm going to go in here and you know what I mean? Like, he knows he's a vet, right? And I think Dante Johnson struggled with that because he probably thought, I have confidence, I'm going to go in, I'm going to take this guy's head off. After round 2, he goes, why can't I fucking take this guy's head off? And now you got to fight to win the fight. It's a learning experience for the guy, right? I mean, but he is explosive. He's athletic. He's making the right moves in his career, which I love. So this is a good fight for him, I think. Eric McConaughey, I think at this point, not to disrespect him too much, is a really solid journeyman, right? Yeah. You know, I think he's just a solid journeyman.
I think McConaughey can win a decision too. Like, I'm not ruling it out, guys. Yeah. Like, we're not like all in on Dante here. It's just this,
I might be all in on Dante, man.
This does not seem like a good matchup for McConaughey. Like a guy that's faster, that hits hard. Like, that's just not a good matchup for McConaughey. But if McConaughey can avoid the big shot, sure, he could win. But I don't think over the course of 15 minutes he's going to avoid that big shot. So that's why we got Dante. Moving on. We got a catchweight bout. Charles Johnson comes in at -120, taking on Eduardo Enrique. Sits at +100. Eduardo is stepping in on short notice to fill in for Jose Ochoa, who pulled out of the fight 2 days ago, a day ago.
Yeah. And I read it yesterday, but it might have been 2 days ago.
Yeah, it might have been yesterday. Either way, short notice this week. He's stepping in. Ochoa pulls out. Eduardo Enrique was on The Ultimate Fighter.
Chapolin.
He got subbed by Joseph Morales in the first round of the Ultimate Fighter tournament. Then he was on the Contender Series last year, and he beat Antoine Ho by decision, but didn't get a contract. So he's been on the Ultimate Fighter. He's been on the Contender Series. Now he's in the UFC, and he's been under the wings of Daniel Cormier, and he's the LFA champion. So I think it was only a matter of time before he got to the UFC. But this is a tough debut against a veteran in Charles Johnson. It is at a 130, though, which I think favors both of them, honestly, because Charles has been fighting a lot, and he's a big dude for the weight class.
He's lanky. He's 5'9" at 125, and he's long. Like, limbs are long. Yeah, I'm sure he's not going to mind cutting to 130.
Yeah. Not having to cut all the way to 126 would be nice. So it's an interesting matchup here. I'll read this super chat, and then we can get into it. Hey, got for you with the $5. Is it just me, or is this low-key a free win for Charles Johnson? I'm taking CJ's money line this weekend. Free win for Charles Johnson.
Look at what does Dick Saw say? He donated to a super chat, whatever you want to call it.
Charles KO via bad hair day.
Wow.
For Dick Saw. I don't really think Charles Johnson and free win is in should be in the same sentence. Yeah. Anytime, unless it's literally like Jimmy Flick. But I mean, Enrique is pretty good, man. He's solid. Yeah. He's a solid fighter. Like, I don't expect Charles Johnson to run through him. If anything, I expect this fight to be competitive. And I think Eduardo Enrique could possibly win it because Charles Johnson's not been exactly winning a lot of fights. And he's almost always when he wins, it's almost always a competitive fight unless he knocks you out, right?
Yeah.
Unless he knocks out a Joshua Van or a Kavanaugh. But
Yeah.
he doesn't win a lot of like if he goes to decision, look at his record. He's 8-7 when fights go to decision. It's pretty toss-up.
Yeah.
Is he going to finish Enrique is probably the question here. What do you think, BP?
Yeah, I'm gonna have the chat flip real quick on me. I like Chapolin here, bro. I like Enrique. Listen, Charles, this is the most Charles Johnson thing ever, right? Knock out Joshua Van, knock out Lana Kavanaugh, have some good bodies on your record, take a short notice fight over a guy who's making his UFC debut, who kind of failed to get in the UFC twice with the Ultimate Fighter Contender Series and lose, right? You got all these great bodies on your record and you're going to lose a guy like Chapolin, who I think is a legit dude. Didn't have the best fight in the Contender Series. I'm Daniel Cormier there. I think he fought on the same night as Amal Rodriguez. And Amal, obviously, he's a stud. Both of them training under Daniel Cormier. And Cormier wanted Chapolin in here, but obviously Dana thought otherwise. Either way, I like Chapolin.
God.
What? What's that?
He looks gay.
He looks cool, bro. He's cool, dude.
Gay.
He's chilling, bro. He's a happy dude, man.
Bro,
I don't care if he's gay, straight, whatever he is. He's going to beat Charles Johnson. He's getting CJ out of there. I don't know if he's going to finish CJ. I shouldn't say that. I do think he will beat Charles Johnson.
Is he training a Bloodline? I think
Is he a Bloodline now?
Look at the cover. Bloodline.
Huh. Maybe Bloodline's I don't know. Bloodline's a great camp too. We're talking about other camps.
Bloodline.
Yeah. We're talking about other great camps. Cub Swanson's got a hell of a camp down there. Yeah, so I think he's maybe doing both. Because they're both in California. One's in northern, one's in southern. Either way, I like Chapolin. The MMA mogul just super donoed. We got to give him a little shout out.
BP, you're fucking tripping, BP. Still a game.
Love it. Yeah, I think the chat is going to disagree. I like Chapolin. Hopefully that number stays in the plus money. If he becomes a pick'em fight, I mean, it is basically a pick'em fight, but I do like seeing plus money. You know, Charles Johnson, I mean, he's 8-7 on decisions. You know what I mean? If they stand up, Chapolin's got some striking, guys. Like, he's got some really good striking. So it's going to be really interesting. Charles Johnson's got that weird style, but he's hittable. Should be a fun fight either way. But yeah, give me Henry, give me Chapolin. I like it.
Is he gay or is he just Brazilian?
I think he might just be Brazilian, dude. Brazilian dudes,
they are a little bit fruity sometimes.
Yeah. Joe Rogan's had one of the first fight companions I've ever seen. It was in Brazil. Dude hopped up on the cage, a Brazilian fighter, and he won. And Anderson jumped up. Anderson was like in the crowd. He jumped up on the cage and hugged the guy. And Joey Diaz is like, holy shit, that's Anderson Silva. And he goes, what is he doing there? And he's like, this is Brazil. They do whatever they want. They can start sucking each other's dicks. No one's going to care. That's what they do, dude. Brazilian dudes, they're a different breed. Yeah, I don't think he's gay. I think he's just Brazilian.
Probably. Sure, Betsy came into this week thinking he had to fight Jose Ochoa. Now it's a baddie boy. Jeez.
Yeah, but a baddie boy, that's good, man. Joey Diaz talks about getting beat up. Another Joey Diaz story. He talks about he tried to rob a gay guy in New York and got knocked out. Like, not all gay guys are soft, guys.
I mean, I'm kind of with you, bro. I think it's
you're with me. Wow, I thought for sure you were going Charles Johnson.
No, I think it's kind of dogger pass. Because, like, I'm not trusting Charles Johnson to win a decision. I don't trust him to grapple. If it's on the feet, it's a 50-50 fight.
Yeah, I do. Chapolin's got good striking.
Yeah, he does. Solid boxing.
Mm-hmm.
He did offensively wrestle quite a bit on the Contender Series as well. So I wouldn't rule out, him.
And if he's working with DC, I mean, even if he's working the Bloodline, that's a great camp. But like mainly DC's going to get this boy to wrestle. And Mal Rodriguez came in pure Mexican boxing. He's got some grappling chops now. Like he can take it. People forget CJ has a full camp. ED does not. Yeah, that's true. I mean, Charles Johnson does a full camp.
Interesting. So, I mean, the chat loves Charles Johnson here.
They really do. A lot of people were on Ochoa, and now they're like, I trust Charles to be better everywhere. Tyler Betts says, yeah. I mean, listen, it's a good split. Vegas is going to get two-way money on this fight for sure.
Interesting. I didn't make a pick because yesterday the fight was announced, so it wasn't in my picks video. But I guess I'll take. I'll tell BP. I'll take Chapolin.
Chapolin.
All right, moving on to the welterweight division. We got Chidi and Njokuani comes in at plus 260, taking on Joel Alvarez, sits at minus 320. Joel coming off his first loss in a long time to Yaroslav Amosov. And he's stepping in to take this fight on short notice. Chidi and Njokuani was supposed to fight Jeff Neal. But apparently Joel Alvarez was helping Islam Makhachev train for Ian Garry. So he's been in the gym, getting the work in.
He's been Dagestan, forget, buddy.
Yeah,
he went out there months and forgot.
Dagestan. And he stepped in to fill in on this card, and he's a massive favorite here against Chidi. Both guys 6'3", Chidi with a 3-inch reach advantage. Chidi used to fight at 185. Joel used to fight at 155. So based on the numbers, not a huge size difference, but maybe bone density. There could be a big difference there. We'll see.
Yeah.
What do you think about this one, BP? I mean, we got a guy that has 17 submissions against a guy that's lost by sub 4 times. But kicker, Joel Alvarez has only attempted 3 takedowns.
Right.
In his 11-fight UFC career. So, is he going to put the wrestling? I mean, he's coming from Dagestan.
Sure.
Put the wrestling shoes on?
Yeah. I think, I got to imagine he was probably, I mean, he's defending a lot of takedowns against Islam. I doubt he stopped many. Probably a lot of the training camp was off his back, right? Which he's nasty off his back. He's also really nasty in the clinch, where Chidi's pretty good too. Chidi going to be the denser, bigger guy, but I love Alvarez at 170. He was killing himself to make 155. When he fought at 155, he was fighting once a year. Taking a fight on short notice, like that's new for Alvarez. I love that. And he's coming off a loss. He's coming off a loss against a guy who might be fucking world champion in the UFC one day. Coming off a fucking Amosov. You don't think he will be? He's good though. He's good.
Lost to Jason Jackson, bro.
Bruh, he's good, bruh. All right?
Yeah.
Islam Makhachev lost to Adrian Martins. Okay, let's not talk about losses. I think Alvarez 320 does scare me a little bit. The easy way, and you're in gambling, you're thinking there's no way it's that easy. The easy way is Alvarez by sub, because Chidi's been sub before, and if it gets to the ground, I think Chidi, I know they label him as a black belt or whatever, but he's a black belt that gives up too many submissions. If we're being honest, I think Alvarez is very tricky on the ground, no matter if he's on top or if he's on his back. I like Alvarez. Alvarez by submission. Again, people think it's easy, but sometimes easy pays. Like Hassan round 1 KO on the Contender Series. Too easy.
Dude, that was minus 400.
Too easy, right? but it's too easy. Alvarez by sub over a guy who gets sub. Too easy, right? Listen, Chidi, one of the best voices in MMA, maybe the best voice in MMA, just the deepest fucking voice I've ever heard in my life. Nasty in the clinch. And his striking is good too when he lets it go. Sometimes I just don't think he lets it go. And I think Alvarez also is good in the clinch. I just think it's good to hit mat at some point. And I think we're looking at Alvarez here by submission.
Mogul, thank you for the 199. I'm not accurate.
Oh,
Jackson,
damn, bro.
I didn't say he
Mogul
was
calling
ass.
you out, dude.
I didn't say he was ass, bro. I'm just saying it's Jason Jackson, bro. It isn't like he lost to fucking Michael Morales, bro. It's Jason Jackson.
Is he still the champ over there? Jason Jackson?
No, he lost to Thad Gene.
Oh, yeah, that Gene.
Lost to Thad Gene.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. So who's the casual now?
Yeah, bro. Who do you like in this fight, though, bro?
I think at some point Alvarez is just gonna get him.
Yeah.
I actually think Chidi's gonna look pretty good early here.
Sure.
He's gonna be kicking a lot from range, and Alvarez he's gonna be eating those kicks, man. He's more of a boxer. He's got that tall stance where he doesn't really move his feet a lot. So Chidi's probably gonna beat up his leg. A lot of kicks to the bodies. Then Alvarez is probably gonna try to crash the pocket, and they'll fall into the clinch. Chidi might bang him up with some knees in the clinch, some elbows. But I got a feeling Alvarez at some point gets him to the ground, fucking chokes him out. Yeah, I think Chidi's gonna have a lot of moments early, maybe even win the first round. But once he starts to slow down a little bit, maybe Alvarez lands a nice punch, gets to the back, drags him down. That's wraps. Yeah. But honestly, I don't hate a shot on Chidi.
No.
I think an Alvarez live bet could be decent after round 1. You know, Chidi's generally not a guy that has great cardio, although he has looked better with his cardio recently.
I think when he initially cut to 70, I think it was rough. I think he's got it dialed in now, the weight. He is kind of older too at 37, so it's probably not getting all that fucking easy cutting down that weight.
Yeah, and that's another thing. The weight cut at 37, he's coming off a war with Carlos Leal. I don't love that for his durability. And just overall his durability, I don't think is good enough to face a guy that has 22 wins by finish.
Right.
That's what it comes down to. So
yeah.
I picked Alvarez. I don't love the price tag, but I do think at some point he gets him and gets him out of there.
He'll get him.
He'll get him. He's gonna fucking get him. He's not a weight bully, but also letterman skill takes a factor as well. Yeah, we had one of these recently. What was it? Muktabek Gorobai and Jack Hermanson.
Yeah,
Muktabek going up to 170. Hermanson coming down from 185. Now, not at the exact same time, right? Chidi's been at 170.
Hermanson looked huge in that fight. I just rewatched that fight. Hermanson was so big, and I hate when guys have chin problems and their rationale is like and they're older. I'm gonna cut weight. Idiot. Okay, then your chin's gonna get worse. Idiot. Come on.
Yeah, maybe Darren Elkins should move down a weight class. He might be okay.
Darren Elkins, the damage. Darren Elkins, he retired, bro. Get him out of here.
All right. Before we go to the main card, we got to announce the giveaway for UFC 330. First place for the picks wins $200. Second place wins $100. Same as last week. Get your picks in on 3-Punch Combo. You can download it in the App Store, or you can go to 3punchcombo.com. Make your account. You can make a free account, or you can go to the premium version. Get your picks in. Enjoy the new Fight Pick Center.
So sick. It's so sick what they've done with this.
Just made my pick.
Back or buy
in the first fight, if anyone wanted to know. But make your picks there. You don't have to pick all the fights. You can just pick as many as you want. But whoever's up the most units on the night will get $200. Whoever's in second place will win $100. So get them in. Link down in the description below.
Let's go, baby.
All right, we're going to the main card. We got a lightweight bout. Edson Barbosa, at 40 years old, comes in here as a plus 475 dog against Esteban Ribovics, who's coming off of a loss, and he's minus 650. He's 10 years younger, surprisingly an inch shorter, and has a 6-inch reach disadvantage over Edson, who is the career featherweight. But Edson just got knocked out brutally by Jalen Turner last year. And it's not looking good for Edson. But I mean, Ribovics isn't like some fucking amazing fighter. So the line is kind of crazy, but it's also a matchup that I think would be very tough for Ribovics to lose, because he's got the durability advantage, he's got the cardio advantage, he's got the volume advantage, and Edson's not going to grapple. So he kind of gets the fight he wants. But I don't think he's going to look minus 650, honestly.
Yeah.
He's not like some huge power puncher either. I think it's probably going to be a accumulation of damage, and we'll see how long Edson Barbosa can last, which I tend to think he can last more than like a round. Maybe he gets into the late second, maybe even makes it to a decision.
Yeah.
What do you think, BP?
Yeah. It's hard to pick against Ribovics in a stand-up fight, right? Against a guy who, Edson's got power for days, obviously, but it's usually with his legs, right? I don't think his punches are going to be, he's not knocking anybody out dead with his hands. It usually comes from the kicks. And Ribovics is just so fucking durable, right? He was so confident. He wanted that Gamrot fight. Like, he was calling him out in the gym, like, take the fight, Gamrot. And then he gets fucking subbed, and he kind of loses a little bit of aura, loses a little bit of steam there. But in a stand-up fight, Ribovics is a fucking problem because he's durable as shit. He doesn't really have one-touch power. He's got more accumulation power. He's got some decent head kicks as well. And then the fact that Edson is 40 looks to be in phenomenal shape. For this guy never to pop for steroids is absolutely crazy to me, because physically he looks insane. You know what I mean? And he was a favorite fighter of a lot of people for a long time. He's obviously got great leg kicks, but
he's
when
fighting
he's in there,
corpse.
he doesn't throw. Yeah, the corpse. He doesn't throw leg
corpse.
He's taking the Jose Aldo approach. Later in his career, he's like stopping the leg kicks. He'll throw a couple, but he doesn't like send them in like he used to which I think is going to be a problem because I don't think he can box with Rubik. Rubik at minus 650 is tough. It's tough to get to. You got to play by knockout. You got to play by finish. I do like it going to a decision. I think Edson maybe's got one more, 3-round war in him, possibly against a guy like Esteban, who again doesn't have the biggest power in the world. But I don't know. I think Esteban by KO is going to be the way I play this. Minus 650 is tough, but yeah, I think I'm going to go Esteban.
KO price?
What is it? I don't, because I don't have my dual setup. Usually I have the odds to the left of me. What is the KO price?
Dude, it's kind of brutal. It is minus 170.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough to get to. What's the decision? Him to win by decision?
Plus 350.
Okay.
Plus 350.
Yeah, that's a wait and see. That's gonna be a wait and see for your boy. But you got to cut the number down because 650 I think is pretty high. But yeah, Edson is 40. He's been in there with a lot of motherfuckers and he's been finished quite a few times.
Yeah.
Oh, Esteban Barboza.
He only has
Ribas.
Rebovic only has one KO in the UFC, and it's McKinney, bro. That's what is giving me pause on that. Like,
that's true.
Like, is Edson
McKinney, a lot of people, everyone knocks out McKinney. Either you get knocked out by him or you knock him out. Is
Edson really that fucking washed? Or did he just fight Jalen Turner, who's like a great round one fighter in his last fight?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like
his last year. So Ribas landed at 122 over Elvis Brenner, didn't drop him. He lost to Haparas, which he landed more. It was but didn't drop him. Zellhuber, who he did wobble and drop, landed 156 and couldn't take out Zellhuber.
I kind of like the over 1.5.
Yeah, I think you're convinced. I think you're convinced me. How washed was Barboza though? Because his chin is pretty bad. Someone that said last time Barboza fought in Philly, Gaethje knocked him out. I mean, listen, he's got history in the building.
He does.
Yeah, I think I'm going to walk back my Ribas by KO talk, but I do like him to win. And I think the over, which I never play, but the over in him by decision is nice.
It's like usually in Ribovic's fights, the over 2.5 is like minus 200, minus 250. You know, like when he fought Hackparas, that over was chalked. When he fought Gamrot, that over was chalked. To see the over 1.5 at like minus 110 is kind of seems stupid to me. You know, Edson's not going to go out there and quit. No. You know, like he tried to battle as hard as he could against Turner to like stay alive, but he just. But that's fucking.
No, he's got heart. Like, I mean, this is a dude. You go back. I mean, it was many years ago, but he got the fucking shit kicked out of him by Khabib when Khabib was Khabib. And he never gave up, never wilted, was just still in there. Dude's got heart.
You got to kill him, bro. Yeah. Like even Sadiq Yusuf damn near killed him in the first, and Barboza came back to win it. Yeah. And that was 3 years ago.
I'm looking at Barboza's knee. I never noticed his eyes were like that.
Yeah, his eyes are fucked.
I'm staring at him right now like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's not a good look. Not a good look. Yeah, Ribovic's will go over 1.5. Middleweight bout, we got Mansour Abdul Malik coming in at minus 650, taking on Dustin Stoltzfus, sits at plus 476. Stoltzfus coming in here against a former teammate, both guys extreme couture guys, but Stoltzfus, I guess, has been training in Germany for this one. Mansour been training at XC, coming off the first loss of his career to Yusri Belgari, 6 years younger, 2 inches taller, with a 5-inch reach advantage. We got a 1999 super chat from Dixon. Rib round 2 KO, but I have a weird feeling about the Young somehow winning. I see Rib making doing the stanky leg round 1, but getting a lucky round flying knee round 2. Edson round 2 KOs plus 2,500. I am 6-0 on Edson fights, maybe 7-0. He's calling a round 2 flying knee. I
mean, listen, if he's 6-0, 7-0 on Edson fights, I mean, you give me that stat, I'll put $15 on round 2 KO, 2,500. I'll put $15 on it. Crazy. I have to. If you're giving me those stats. You know what? I'll put $20 on it. Since you don't know 20, I'll put 20 on it.
I think we missed Cops $5. People forget, man, Edson got rocked by Jakar Close 4 times in the 3 rounds.
Yeah, Edson's chin never was great, and it's definitely gotten worse. But again, Ribovic's doesn't have like the most power.
Did he get dropped though? That's the thing. Because like,
Yeah, they don't count wobbles.
Yeah, he did.
I think they should. I think there should be a stat.
He has some really bad reactions to shots, but he recovers.
Yeah.
You know? And as long as you recover for 7.5 minutes, we're good.
That's that vet at him. That's that dog. That's that. He gets rocked. The ears are ringing. He knows what to do. He doesn't freak out. Most guys freak out and they want to just start striking. He fucking starts circling until he gets his fucking. Hopefully, he gets his legs back.
All right, back to this one. Middleweight bout. Mansfield -650. Stolzfus +476. BP. Where are you going with this one?
Yeah, Dustin Stolzfus. I mean, this guy. Listen, if I not saying him personally, but if I went to high school or middle school with a guy named Dustin Stolzfus, I'd be shoving him in lockers. What a dork ass fucking name that is, Stolzfus. And he fights like a dork too. How is this guy still in the UFC? I don't know. He wins 1, he loses 3, and then they keep him around. Abdul Malik was a guy I said in the beginning of the year that I'm going to keep an eye on. I thought he looked really good out the Contender Series. He's got great coaches around him. Bulgari's a beast, though. Bulgari's a lot better than I thought he would be. Bulgari training with Pajeda and Teixeira and all those boys is massive for the division, and he's a fucking problem. He looked really good. So I think Mansour learned a lot from that. Young kid, athletic kid. He's going to rebound well. Against a guy like Stolzfus, I think the UFC's giving him a layup here. The only thing about Stolzfus, that fucking nerd, is he's got good grappling. He's got good grappling. So if Abdul Malik, for some reason, again, he doesn't come from a wrestling background, if he gets taken down, there's some questions on his ground game. Stolzfus could get a submission, and we can all look fucking stupid.
Dude, Malik, but he wrestles. Huh? He's from a wrestling background.
Is he? I didn't think he went to college. Where'd he go?
I thought he wrestled at like Maryland or something.
Really? Abdul Malik? He sounds like a fucking football player. I thought he didn't have a wrestling background. Either way, even with the wrestling background or not, I think Stolzfus too slow, not athletic enough. I don't think he's gonna be able to take down Malik.
Former standout wrestler at the University of Maryland.
Wow. How did I not know that? I was just reading about it. Okay.
Division 1.
Yeah, D1 wrestler. Yeah, for sure.
Jeez, you with the program, BP.
Yeah, here it is. University of Maryland. University of Maryland. Abdul Malik, 285 pounds.
That's the difference here in this fight to me, is because Stolzfus is not going to be able to take him down. So he's going to be stuck on the feet. And if Mansour Abdulmalik cannot knock out Dustin Stolzfus within 15 minutes, he should just hang up the glove.
Okay, he was 17 and 18 as a fucking collegiate wrestler in Maryland. Let's slow down, bro.
All right. What was Dustin Stolzfus?
Guys, I'm trying to cope with the fact that I was wrong. I didn't think he had a wrestling background. Okay, I'm insecure about it.
Yeah, are you being racist here? You just think he's a football player because he's black?
No, Abdul Malik. That sounds like it sounds like a fucking football player's name. So I can see him playing goddamn
Penn State guy, Abdul Carter.
I can just see him playing being a nasty fucking safety. You know what I mean? In the NFL. Yeah.
Safety.
Not him. I'm just saying the last name.
Okay.
Abdul Malik just sounds like a fucking thumper of a safety. Not him.
2.5 units.
I could have swore 2 units on Max round 1 with this on Dusty. Okay. I could have swore he didn't have. Okay, I'm gonna let it go.
Let's go. I mean, come on, dude. Like, this is a layup of layups for Abdul.
Yeah.
And he's had a lot of layups. So go out there and fucking show it, dude. Knock this dude out. I hope it's not a sub, because I played the KO in a long shot parlay. But I think he should be able to KO him, bro. He should be able to KO him. Dustin's so slow. That fight he had with Kelvin Gastelum slow, fat and slow. Abdul-Malik's got a 5-inch reach advantage. He's going to be a lot faster. He's got more power. Go knock him out, dude. Like, it should be easy. Nothing else to say on that one.
No, we can move on.
Lightweight
this fight. Love this fight.
Yeah, great fight. Jalen Turner -150 taking on Kaue Fernandez. Sits at +130. Kaue Fernandez 3-1 in the UFC, 3 wins in a row. Jalen Turner retired, came back, knocked out Edson Barbosa in the first round. Now here he is as a -150 favorite. Still has never won a fight by decision, but he gets it all done inside the distance. What are we thinking here, BP?
What was your? I meant to ask you. I meant to text you before the show. What was your prediction on Fernandez at the beginning of the year? You had him winning maybe most KOs.
No. He was one of my breakout
Breakout.
fighters
Okay.
to watch, which was basically guys that are like under the radar.
Yeah. Okay. And I agree with that because I think his striking is legit. My biggest hang up here is why I'm not shipping it on Fernandez because I love the plus 130. I think Jalen Turner is a phenomenal striker. He's long, he's rangy, he's got really good hands. His straight punches are phenomenal. Fernandez is 5'9". Ooh, it's gonna be hard to touch that head, but Fernandez's leg kicks, his low kicks, his calf kicks, are just absolutely fucking brutal. And Jalen Turner has no calves. They are non-existent. So I'm curious of how he's going to be able to handle Fernandez. What most guys do is they check one, they counter the right hand. They check it, they count, or they eat it, or they counter the right hand. 324 in chat, only 6. What? Come on, boys.
What the
I just think Fernandez is a nasty dude. I think he's got some good movements in there. I think he's defensively sound as well. And I think his leg kicks are going to play a big part here in Jalen Turner. I don't like the fact that Jalen Turner retired, and the only win he's had since he's came back is Edson Barboza, which was a great win. He looked great, but again, Edson's 40, right? Before that, it was a fight against Nasser Bahamandez, which he's a fellow striker where he got submitted, and he took his ball and went home, right? He quit, right? But then he realized, oh shit, tarantulas are really expensive. I got to buy more room because he's got a whole fucking room of tarantulas in his house. Plus, he lives in California. I got to get back to fighting. So he gets back-to-back strikers, which I think the UFC is giving him help, but I don't think he wants a striker in Fernandez. I think the low kicks are going to be a problem. I think Fernandez takes this one. Plus, I love plus 130 as well. Again, the only reason I'm not shipping it is because Jalen Turner does have good striking, and he's very big for this division. But I like Fernandez.
I'm with you, BP.
Nice.
With you. I half shipped it. I didn't full ship it, but half shipped it.
Half shipped? Okay.
Half shipped it mainly because Turner's like a round one hot starter type of guy. So
yeah. He's quick. He's really quick, and he's got some good timing round one.
He's slick, man. He's the better boxer in the matchup. But outside of that, like, what is he better at? Is he the better kicker? No. Is he the better grappler? No. Does he have better cardio? No. Is he more durable than Fernandez? No. And it's a step up in competition for Fernandez, but
for sure,
Jalen Turner can get subbed by Ignacio Bahamondes on any given night. So, I mean, Turner's a front runner. He's never won a decision. I think this is a 50-50 fight at minimum. Of course, if Turner wins, he's probably going to look good because he's going to finish him early. But
right,
the fight extends, you got to favor Fernandez. And I think Fernandez is very tough to hit. He moves his feet pretty well. He can switch stances. He can calf kick out of both stances.
Mm-hmm. And
he has such a wide stance that it's hard to land clean punches on him because you got to really commit to your shots.
Yeah.
And if you're going to commit to your shots, then he's going to move his feet and get out of the way. And with that with that wide stance, he can reach with those leg kicks, so they're hard to get away from. But yeah, I mean, I think it's clearly a dog or pass. I like Fernandez to get it done. I don't think Fernandez is 5'9" either. I think he's more like 5'11".
Yeah, I was shocked when they said 5'9". I looked him on. Let me see what Tapology's got him on, because I thought he was taller than that. Tapology's got him at 5'9". What does UFC stats have him listed at? Because for years in UFC they had Anderson Silva listed at 5'11". 5'9" on UFC stats. Huh. Seems taller.
Fernandez has been in the game for a while too. You know, he started Muay Thai when he was like 6 years old. Yeah. He's a black belt on the ground. I don't think there's like a lot of holes in Fernandez.
He's got a cool goatee too. We haven't mentioned that. That's a strong goatee. I haven't seen a goatee that strong since Trevor Peak. So hopefully he keeps it. I mean, I know it's not a recent picture, but hopefully that's his look. Is the goatee look?
I think it is. And I believed in him at the start of the year. So
you did. You got to ride with him.
Let's go to the co-main event. We got the strawweight title on the line. Mackenzie Dern comes in at -205. Jillian Robertson +177. Jillian Robertson on a 5-fight win streak. She comes in here against the reigning champ, Mackenzie Dern. The real champ, waiting in the wings, Zhang Wei Li. He's going to let these two girls battle it out for her belt. But Dern, coming off the title win against Verna Jandiroba last year, another grappler. She got it done by decision. BP, where are you going with this one?
Yeah, I like this fight. I mean, Jillian Robinson's a girl. I remember she's been in the UFC for a long time, and I remember first seeing her fight, and it was very up and down the UFC, and I just never really thought she was going to make it. Like, not saying she was going to get cut. I just never thought she'd fight for a title. And then she hooks up with Dean Thomas, and Dean really takes her career to the next level. Shout out Dean Thomas, 3PC member. And, you know, she's on like a 4 or 5 fight win streak, and she's looked really good coming up a win over Amanda Lemish. She's very good on the ground. Outside of MMA, she's competing in grappling, doing grappling tournaments, and that's her bread and butter, obviously, get the fight to the ground and submit you. However, she's fighting Mackenzie Dern, who Mackenzie Dern's pretty fucking lights out on the ground, right? I mean, this is maybe one of the best female jiu-jitsu practitioners that has come over in the MMA world, you know. I don't know female jiu-jitsu all that well, but I know she was incredibly decorated, and Kenny Florian has rolled with her on numerous times and said she's the real fucking deal. The big knock on Dern is how does she get the fight to the ground, right? Her wrestling's not that good. She's got to work on her wrestling. Jillian Robertson has said numerous times leading up to this fight, I have the better MMA jiu-jitsu. I have the better MMA grappling. With strikings and elbows, I'm better than Mackenzie Dern. I think Jillian Robertson wants to get this fight to the ground. This is the rare occasion where I think Mackenzie Dern has the better stand-up. Mackenzie's working with Perla for a while. Her boxing's okay. It's not like the best in the world, but she's durable. She's tough. The only person we've seen her really put her out was Jessica Andrade, and she's willing to go for it. She's aggressive on the feet. Mackenzie Dern is like, she will throw hard at you. And Jillian Robinson's a more of a volume girl, doesn't really use her punches on the feet, but wants to get the fight to the ground. Well, you're fighting Mackenzie Dern. Do you want to get the fight to the ground there? You know, your boy Matty Betts is putting a lot of money on Mackenzie Dern by knee bar. He really thinks Mackenzie's going to lock up a knee bar. And I think if you're Mackenzie, I hate that she's training out of Southern California because her wrestling's not going to get better there. You know, she's with Perillo in the Perillo camp in LA. Her boxing's going to get marginally better or improving. You know, she's 33. It's not going to be the biggest upgrade. But, you know, her jiu-jitsu has to be super tight for this fight, I think. And I think she knew that. I think she worked her jiu-jitsu, and I think she worked her boxing. And I think a good club and sub could happen here. Jillian Robinson's been submitted once. That was many years ago by armbar by Moina Buena Silva. But, you know, I think Jillian Robertson is very capable on the ground. However, I just think Dern is another level on the ground. I think she is very, very good. And I think Dern has her beat on the feet as well. I think this is a good matchup for Dern. I think UFC might be giving her a little bit of a favor here before she fights Wei Li, because Dern is very beautiful, you know, very marketable, very, you know, they can promote her. I think she does the poker stuff too that they do. And yeah, so this is a good win for her, or a good fight for Dern to promote her, let her be champion, because I don't think she touches Wei Li. But yeah, give me Mackenzie Dern, probably by sub. Yeah, definitely by sub. I was flirting with knockout, maybe like a TK or something, but I don't want to get too greedy. I think Mackenzie, when it gets to the ground, she might throw some punches and Jillian might turn, or Jillian might get out of a bad position. And Mackenzie, instead of keep punching, which is what some fighters will do, I think Mackenzie instinctually will grab an arm or a neck or something like that. So give me Mackenzie Dern.
BP likes Mackenzie Dern. BP knows chicks too. Chat knows
chicks, boy.
I know that.
You know,
this isn't easy for me to do, BP.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we love Dean Thomas, 3PC member.
Yeah, babe.
I've seen Jillian Robertson at Boca Boxing getting
shout out Jillian Robinson. Did she have her red hair?
She did.
You saw her? Okay. I wonder if that's like a year-round thing, or that's only like getting ready for fights.
Always got it. Yeah. My coach at Boca Boxing would always train Jillian like once a week, usually.
Cool.
So this isn't easy for me to do, right? But Jillian Robertson does not deserve to be here at all. Who is she beating? There's nobody that would warrant her to get a title fight.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason they're giving her this title fight is because, one, she's Canadian, and two, because they think it's a better matchup for Mackenzie Dern than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Because they like to have Mackenzie Dern as champ.
For sure.
Robertson's 5-fight win streak is abysmal, honestly.
Throwing fraud alert on that?
It's pretty bad. Like, it is Polyana Viana, cut, just submitted herself against Alice Ardeline. Michelle Watterson, who retired, never had a ground game either.
Right.
Luana Pinheiro, cut, never had a ground game, actually got submitted by Angela Hill. Angela Hill's only submission. ever was against Luana Pinheiro. Marina Rodriguez retired after that fight. Amanda Lemos, who's now on what? 3-fight losing streak and is 1-4 in her last 5 fights and is almost 40 and nearly won that fight.
Yeah.
Could barely beat Amanda Lemos.
Julian Robertson laying at 12 significant shots in that fight.
And another thing to note is she's never even fought on the main card of a fight night. Like a live arena.
That's a good stat. I didn't know that.
A lot of
co-main event here in Philly. Yeah. Philly fans are brutal.
The pressure that she's going to have going into this one is unlike anything else. She's never been on the main card of a arena card. She's been on the main card of like an Apex, fight night, but it's going to be a lot different for her. She's never been in a 5-rounder. This screams free title defense for Mackenzie Dern. Yeah. I haven't even touched on the stylistics.
Right.
Like Jillian Robertson can only win fights when she has a grappling advantage, which she has had a lot of fights where she has a grappling advantage because she's a good grappler. But if you look at the girls who she's lost to, Tabitha Ricci, she couldn't get her down because
that was her last loss. Yeah.
That was her last loss. She can't out grapple Miranda Maverick because Miranda Maverick's a good grappler. Tyler Santos, good grappler, couldn't win there because she's not the better grappler. And if you look at Mackenzie Dern's losses, she's not losing any grapplers. She's only losing to girls where she can't take them down and they're the better striker. Well, Jillian Robertson also has shit takedown defense and she's not a good striker.
Right.
Where Mackenzie Dern is the better striker. So, Dern, feeling pretty good about her this week. I think it's her fight to lose. Also, if anyone's going to finish this fight, I feel like it's probably Dern.
Yeah.
I highly doubt Jillian Robertson. And Jillian Robertson, big thing about her game is her ground and pound.
Yeah.
Good luck fucking controlling Mackenzie Dern on the ground so that you can land ground and pound.
Yeah.
Like, if she's able to do that, power to her. But Verna Jandiroba is an elite grappler, went in there trying to take her down and top time her, but every time she took her down, she was getting punched in the face, Dern was scrambling, and she couldn't really do anything with her takedowns. So what is Jillian Robertson going to do?
Right. There's a dodo in the chat, and he's hating. I have a feeling you guys don't know what y'all doing. He donoed $5 to tell us we don't know what we're doing. I need more explanation about that, man. We're taking Mackenzie Dern. We're telling you Jillian Robertson is not going to win.
Spread negativity.
Listen, it's a different. I need to know more. I need you to explain what makes you think we don't know what we're doing because of what we're saying. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting, Lewis. But thank you for the $5.
Give me Dern. Give me Dern easy.
Yeah, easy.
Easy. And the line's coming down, which is interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what I seen some people on Twitter.
I understand the argument.
Kind of flirting with Robertson a little bit, and I'm just like,
I understand it, but you're basing everything you know about Jillian Robertson based on her last 5 fights, which were perfect matchups for her.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not Mackenzie Dern being compared to Amanda Lemos on the ground.
Thing about Jillian Robertson too is she's not explosive and she's not athletic. She's very steady. She's very controlled.
She's a much worse athlete than Dern.
Yeah, Mackenzie Dern can be explosive and is an incredible athlete. And you're right, Jillian Robertson. You get Mackenzie Dern down, good luck, bro. Because her guard is super active. Her sweeps are great. She's got every submission off her back. So I wanted to hit the ground because I want to see. Because Jillian Robertson, every quote interview I've seen her say, she has said her jiu-jitsu might be better, but my MMA grappling's better. All right, well, you got to prove it. I
would also love to see what the stat is for fighters who are entering their first title fight with more than 20 UFC fights.
Yeah,
because I feel
did Bisping have more than 20? Well, no. Not his first title fight. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, probably not. Because I feel like if you're not getting to a title fight within your first 10 to 15 fights, you were never, ever going to be champion. You're not.
That's why when Bisping won, it was so fucking cool because people were like, he's not gonna. He's been here forever. He's not gonna do it. I'm trying to think. I know Koscheck took forever to get one, but I don't know if he did 20.
That was also a while ago, BP.
What's that?
We live in the world of UFC title fights every month.
It's true. That's back when they only did title fights once every 3 or 4 months. Yeah, Koscheck's the only one I can think of that never touched a title that had a lot of UFC wins. Because Bisping had a lot of UFC wins, but he did get the title and defended it, kind of, if you want to say. He beat Henderson in that fight.
I'll count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So he did have a lot. 20, 21, 22,
Is this
23,
Bisping?
25.
Yeah. No, he had a lot.
25 fights before he fought for the title.
Yeah, he had a lot. He kept falling short every time. Then he got rockhold.
He pulled it off as a plus 450 dog.
Took it on 2 weeks' notice. Came off a movie set. He was doing some fucking movie.
KO'd
I remember that. I didn't think he had a chance because he had lost the rockhold previously, and I was like, "There's no way Bisping's winning that," and he did. And then that was those memes that came from that are fucking awesome.
Yeah, pretty sure BigJive cashed a public main card parlay last week. You are correct, and some DFS long shots. Pretty good for you guys who don't know what they're doing. BP Luke plus Patty Sicko. Yeah. I mean, come on, bro.
I'm gonna see if I can get a refund on that dono then. Lewisman.
Yeah,
I just need you to explain what do we
good luck.
This is about Kawa Fernandez. He's my lock of the week. We both picked Fernandez.
Yeah, what?
Have you been watching the show, Lewis, man?
Some people only hear what
I know.
They think
we both love Fernandez in that fight. BigJive basically said he was going to ship not all the way.
Half ship.
And I like him as well. The only negative I said was Jalen Turner's fucking huge. And I don't know if Fernandez is going to be able to touch his head as much as I would like him to. Yeah. But anyway, let's get to the main event.
To the main event. We got a welterweight title on the line. Islam Makhachev looking to defend against Ian Machado Garry. Sits at plus 274. The Weasel himself is 10-1 in the UFC. Only lost to Shavkat Rakhmonov by close decision. Islam Makhachev 17-1. And he's looking to break Anderson Silva's record for the most wins in a row. Which, wasn't that record about to be beaten by Kamaru Usman? And then he got head kicked?
I think you're right. I think Usman was getting close to it. Yeah.
And then he got head kicked.
In the 5th round of a fight he was winning. Wow. That's a tough way, dude. That's tough.
Can you imagine Islam's just beating the shit out of him, and Ian fucking Garry head kicks him like Leon Edwards, bro. That would be called the Anderson Silva curse.
Yeah.
I might have to make a fucking video about that. That'd be fucking funny.
It's a good video.
Yeah, Islam's coming in as the big favorite, rightfully so. BP, what do you think about this fight? We got 6 years younger on Ian Garry's side, 4-inch reach advantage, 4-inch reach advantage and a 5-inch height advantage. What do you think? Yeah,
so I like Ian Garry coming to the UFC. I don't like when he opens his mouth, but I've always thought he is a really good, skilled fighter. I have receipts from my group chat with Timbo and Christian. My boys were when Ian Garry beat Jordan Williams, where he got lumped up a little bit, but knocked out Jordan Williams. I said, I think this guy, if he continues his way and he improves, I think he can fight for a title. And they laughed at me. He's fighting for a title. I never said he's going to win a title. I think he could fight for a title. And Ian Garry's looked good against everyone except, Shavkat Rakhmonov, where, he didn't look bad. It's just Shavkat did what he did. Then you get Ian Garry now, who is kind of a mouthpiece. It almost seems like for his wife. He gets a lot of shit. He added his wife's name to his name, right? And I get that because I think he's got a stepson. But then like his wife's ex-husband, it works for him. And there's a lot of stuff where you're like, okay, Ian Garry, what's actually happening here, right? But he's a skilled fighter. And I don't think he lives in Brazil anymore. I do think he lives in Ireland or somewhere in England, but he does train out of Brazil with Charles Oliveira and those boys. The best fighter in that gym is Charles Oliveira, and Islam already ran through him. So I don't know what Ian who is never going to be the level of Charles on the ground, is going to learn that much from that. I do believe he went somewhere and did some wrestling for a while.
Georgia.
Did he go to Georgia? Okay, yeah. He went to Georgia, learned some wrestling. But again, wrestling is so, you're not going to just learn that overnight. I think his takedown offense is okay. Yeah, I did shave Shavcock. I do that every time, dude. I do it and it's not even like me doing like a funny bit because I said cock. I literally do it just because I have marbles in my mouth. But Garry, again, good, solid fighter. But when he's on the feet, he acts like he's like this fucking world beater striker. You know, he always calls himself the best striker in the UFC. This dude hasn't had a knockout since Daniel Rodriguez in 2023, right? Like you're not fucking this guy that you think you are. Like you couldn't finish Neil Magny after accusing him of beating his children, right? So like Ian Garry got told to shut up after he was praising Islam at the press conference, and Islam's like, bro, shut up. Like that's fun. Yeah, that's funny as fuck to me. I watched it. Yeah. It's funny as fuck to me. Like Garry got booed the whole time. And then he was trying to praise Islam about being one of the best champions ever. And Islam's like, bro, shut up. You're just going to lose more fans. Like people are tired of this guy. Like there's like this fakeness to him. But with all that being said, he is a good fighter. He's the bigger guy. I'm really curious to see how he's going to handle the grappling because his grappling looked good against Michael Venom Page. His takedown offenses look pretty good here and there, but Shavkat out-grappled him, right, in their 3-round fight. And Islam Makhachev, in my opinion, is probably the best grappler in the UFC. This guy has the best takedowns. This guy's top pressure is unfucking believable. His squeeze is unmatched. You look at him submitting people, they tap so fucking quick when this guy gets a hold of your neck. Like it's death. And they panic tap, right? It's wild, the guy's squeeze. And he doesn't look like he's taking a step back. He's been on top for a while, and there's no step backs. Like you look at the Jack Della Maddalena fight. He dominated Jack, but we all wanted to finish. You look at the corner camera, Khabib was irate they couldn't finish the guy. Khabib only wants finishes. But Jack was playing it safe. Jack never really tried to get up. His whole goal was, I'm not going to get finished by this guy. Islam tried. He tried to submit him. But Jack trained the whole camp with Craig Jones, and they're like, we're not going to get submitted. I'm going to lose this fight, but you're not finishing me. But I think it's weird that Islam is this low. I don't think I've ever said that about a guy at minus 340. Oh, I just don't think Ian Garry has the grappling chops, the takedown chops, the defense to fuck with Islam. If he was more of an active striker on the feet, he does have a good head kick. He does have some slick striking, but he doesn't throw enough. It's very low volume. And Islam is not a chump on the feet either. Like he will throw, he will engage to open up some takedowns. I think Islam big here. I hate being the guy that takes Islam as the favorite. He's minus 340, pound for pound champion of the world. I posted on 3PC. I need to know who the fuck was picking Garry. And there's a couple guys on 3PC that kind of made a pitch for Garry. I don't see it. I just don't see it. I see this a layup for Islam. Sure, it's MMA. He can get caught. He can look embarrassed. But I'm going to go with Islam. I'm going to go Islam probably by submission, second or third round. I think he just smothers Garry. I think Gary's going to be, he already has his concession speech planned. He's already going to be like, well, the Irishman tried, blah, 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 and I'll be back. He's already got that shit written out, planned. But it's Islam. It's Islam all day. I can't see a world where Garry wins.
Okay, BP heavily on Islam in this fight. Dixon's giving out cavity checks for anyone that hasn't hit the like button for us.
I've had one of those cavity checks. It is not very nice, and I did not consent. So be careful.
We got a couple super chats while BP was
giving sorry. Yeah, I was rambling. Get the super chat.
All right. Dick Saw with the $4.99. Here's $5. Well, actually, it's $4.99. Dick Saw. But thank you for the $4.99.
I'll donate the penny.
I'll do know what you're doing and trying to guess what the best bet is in a fight where one punch changed. Yeah, of course, dude. Come on. Thank you.
Yeah, we're predicting the future.
Hey, cop for you with the $5. I'm not saying it's
wow.
5,000 plus 5,000 for Ian Sub is crazy odds. It is a doable outcome. He had 2 sub attempts on Shavkat on short notice.
He is good. I mean, he comes from a jiu-jitsu school. He will probably attempt a sub on Islam. I don't think he's going to grab it.
Louis with the 5. Here's 5 to say Cowie is a lock and women should run the world because they're more clear in their thoughts, and it's usually not about money for them.
Okay.
Okay. So
this is a guy. Listen, so I said a couple weeks ago, I think women are the superior sex to men.
Whoa.
The reason I said that was because women have to go through childbirth, right? They got to go through childbirth. And my wife, with our 2 kids, it wasn't the easiest thing in the world. Like, my wife became my hero because of what she had to go through, right? But Ian Garry thinks all women should run the world. No. As a fan of men, or excuse me, pause. As a fan of women, like I am, and your boy knows chicks. That Ian Garry, I think, a little bit too. The feminist in the world, the hardcore feminist, heard what he said and went, "Now we're good, bud. Now we're good. You're okay there. We don't need your support."
Did you see them ask Mackenzie Dern about that?
Yeah, she's like,
she was
no.
like, yeah, no, I'm good.
No, I like Amanda do it. Like, there was a debate I saw where a woman wanted women to run everything, and then the other woman in the debate was like, okay, who's gonna dig the oil wells? Who's going to be a logger? Who's going to do the electrical work? Who's going to, like, she started naming all these like hardcore manly jobs. And this woman's like, I don't have to worry about that. I'm not even thinking about that. Yeah, of course you don't. Yeah, you can just say blind things, but then when it becomes reality, who's going to fucking do all this shit, right? I don't want to sound like a pig. I think women are great, but I mean, let's just be honest. Like,
who's going to take the trash out?
Who's taking the fucking trash out, right? You know what I mean? Who's doing that, right? Who's fucking demanding dinner every night? You know what I mean? Good luck. Yeah.
Who's gonna go weed whack? Who's doing that?
Yeah. Fan of what, BP? Yeah. Sorry, boys. That was a slip there.
Enema 69 was $2.
6 finishes on this card. Wow.
Right.
Okay. I can see it. In my slime ball. In my sicko, I got two subs on my sicko.
Oh yeah,
the butch lesbians can do that now. I mean, I worked with a woman who transitioned to a man.
Oh,
went from Amanda to Ty, and this is when I used to unload trailers, and we would unload trailers in the heat, hot, couldn't breathe. And she wanted to be treated like a man when she transitioned. Fine, but when the heat came, when the hard work came, it was, I'm just a little girl. I'm just a female. Yeah. I can't do that. You know what I mean? So, that was just my one experience, but yeah, no, it's, there are definitely some jobs that are suited for men more than women. And there's some jobs that are suited for women more than men. Let's just be honest.
I had a furniture moving job when I was
tough job. Yeah. I've done that before.
And at my, what do they call it? Like your first couple days orientation.
Yeah.
It was me, another guy, and a girl.
Yeah.
And the guy didn't show up the next day. And it was just me and the girl.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to do partner moves.
Yeah.
And we had to like unload a truck into the warehouse. She was like just sitting in the truck. I'm like, I can't move this couch by myself.
Yeah, I need you.
I already moved as much as I could by myself. Like, you're gonna have to fucking help me. And she was out.
No, that's a fucking tough job. I remember delivering I used to live on campus, the UC's campus, had a huge house there, and I used to help a buddy move. He worked for a delivery service, and I would just under the table get paid. And I'd go help. I'm like, fuck it, yeah, I'll go help you. And I remember putting this rug, it was a rolled up rug, and this is like this like frat house or seniority house, right? We were moving stuff into. I just put the rug up there to go back to the truck. And the rug was very small. It was like a dining room rug that weighed like 3 pounds. And this girl came out and was like, you don't expect me to move this, right? Like, you're going to take care of this. I'm like, yeah, I'm just going back to the truck to get the bigger stuff. I just had to grab this real quick. Like, she was so offended that I was thinking she was going to take this 3 pound rug into the house.
Bitch. We got a $9.99 from Dicksaw. Boys, I had a dream. Gary's down 2 rounds. Things are looking bleak. Out of nowhere, Islam shoots a sloppy takedown. On the ups, Garry throws up the head kick that shocks the world. Garry round 3 KO. Plus 4,500. Dicksaw.
You're like BigJive. BigJive has visions and dreams as well.
Hey, my vision was wrong. It almost came true.
It almost came true. And I tell you what, when I had my parlay riding on Gamrot to win, and I literally text in our group chat. I'm like, yeah, but Hey Jai has a vision. You know what I mean? I'm not winning it. His fucking vision, bro.
Vision was accurate. He rocked him with that right hand. Gamrot shot that sloppy takedown.
Yep.
Except Quillen went to grapple with him instead of just elbowing him. But
yeah,
got it done either way. But Dick Saw, that's probably what it's going to take for Ian Garry to get it done here, because outside of a fluke head kick, I don't know how he's going to finish Islam. And if he's not going to finish him, he's got to beat him by decision. And, you know, I think he could make it somewhat competitive. But, I mean, Islam's like the ultimate minute winner. He's not losing rounds, bro. Like, he is so good at winning rounds because he doesn't get hit. He doesn't get taken down. So you can't really get a lot of offense off on him. And Ian Garry's not deadly enough, I think, to swing rounds. Like, he's got to land big power punches.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you look at the closest decision Islam's ever been in, it was against Volk in the first fight.
Mm-hmm.
And Volk had to land. He did land like some really solid shots. But even then, like I after that fight, I thought Islam won 4-1.
Yeah.
Honestly. I honestly thought, and a lot of people won't agree with this, but I thought Islam won the first 4 rounds and then Volk.
Yeah, I thought the only round I thought Volk won was the 5th. Because Islam looked a little tired, and then there was that shot that kind of dropped him, but he was shooting at the same time. It was awkward. But then after that, like, Volk was just on it. Yeah, I agree with that. Because there was one round where Islam had his whole back the entire round. He didn't do anything. But yeah. So your pick is Islam. Did we even get to your pick? We kind of start rambling there.
We didn't really, but I agree with a lot of that BP said. I think Islam's just too good of a minute winner. Ian's going to have to be perfect. He has great footwork, but can you have great footwork for 5 rounds? He couldn't do that against Prates. You know, couldn't have great footwork for 5 rounds against Prates. So I don't expect him to be like, he could be looking good in round 1, maybe into round 2, but is he going to run away with those rounds? No, they're going to be close and competitive. So yeah. I mean, I do think the shot on Ian Garry at this price is definitely warranted. I bet on Ian Garry against Shavkat at like plus 300.
Yeah.
I was leaving that fight thinking that was a pretty good bet because it was a close fight.
Yeah.
But it's just him actually getting it done here against a better fighter, in my opinion, in Islam it's a tough ask. But I think it's probably a decision for Islam. I don't think he's going to finish Ian. I think Ian's not a risk taker. I think it's just a chess match where it goes to the 25. And
when I first started breaking this down in my head, I originally thought Ian wasn't going to get finished, but after watching Khabib in the corner against JDM and him just really kind of being mad that Islam couldn't get the finish because like we finish fights around here, right? Like he preaches that. And I mean, listen, it was JDM. JDM did survive a couple tight darts, but Ian might be the same. He might not take any chances, like you said, and not really give Islam the opportunity. But I think Islam's really going to go for some kind of submission finish here. So we'll see.
We will.
Dick Saw, another dono.
Another dono from Dick Saw with a $9.99. Let it be known, not buying my way in. I have this thing where I donate percentage of my winnings from each week to the groups I watch for betting advice every week. Keeps me honest. So stop hitting me on it.
Okay.
Are we? Yeah. All right. Well,
fair enough, Dick Saw. I think Dick Saw's donated like $200 tonight.
The donation tonight from everybody has been crazy. We appreciate you.
You guys are awesome.
Let's rip some fucking cards, eh?
Rip them. Got the Johnny Jones. I saw I made the on the Instagrams.
Made it on the
the John Jones. I got to make the video on that one. That was pretty cool.
We're gonna rip some cards on collectibles. And boys, we just started Home of Fight breaks on Whatnot. Yesterday there was back-to-back streams. There was one in the afternoon, one at night.
Is that what Maddie was doing?
Yeah, dude, that was so fun. I was in there. I probably spent $700, which was ridiculous. Honestly, looking back on it, I should not have bought that many slots. But it was so fun to you basically bid on a spot.
I was like, explain it to me what it is. I don't know.
So you bid on a spot. The bid started at $1, and there's every time somebody bids, the timer resets to 10 seconds. So you have 10 seconds to beat the bid.
Yeah.
And if you win the bid, the random wheel spins and you get assigned like 2 or 3 fighters. And then once all the slots are filled, so they have a whole list of fighters that are possibly in the boxes of cards.
Yeah.
So once you get those fighters, if those fighters are ripped when they're ripping the packs, you get whatever card that is.
Oh, okay.
So in the stream in the afternoon, there was 2 spots left. One of them was a Conor McGregor spot. And so that bid went for like $200. And in the breaks, Maddie pulled like a $5,000 Conor McGregor card.
Yeah, that's the video I saw.
Which is fucking like insane. So essentially the dude fucking had a huge come up because he paid $200 for that Conor McGregor spot and it paid a $5,000 card.
Right.
And I had a lot of spots, which a lot of them actually pulled nothing. I had a John Jones spot, which I was hyped about. No John Jones cards. It's a gamble because you don't even know if your fighters are going to get pulled.
Right.
You know, most of the spots go for like $30-$40.
So you have a John Jones spot and Maddie's flipping through the cards. Any John Jones you get, right?
Yeah, any John Jones card I get.
Gotcha.
I had a Dustin Poirier spot and I got a Dustin Poirier auto out of 50. That was definitely the best pull I got. But it's like
it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad.
It was good. It was gonna be good.
It was good. It's gonna be good.
Fun. It was super fun because there's like if you're a gambler or like you like taking a risk and like
sure,
you know,
the adrenaline's pumping.
Adrenaline,
yeah, sure. Yeah.
Like it's fun. It's a different thing than this. It's different, but it's still very entertaining.
I've been wanting to go out to Vegas for numerous reasons, but I've been seeing so many videos of those jersey vending machines.
Yeah, those.
I love jerseys, and I would love to go and just do one of those. I don't care if it's signed or not, but man,
I think they're all signed. But
are they all signed? Yeah, I don't give a shit if it's signed. I'm just like I love if you look through my yearbook when I was a kid, from probably 4th grade to 8th grade, every yearbook photo I was in some kind of fucking football jersey.
Same.
So yeah, I just see those videos and I'm like, and these guys get these fucking sick pulls, and it's like, oh, that'd be so sick.
I know. All right, let's rip this fucking card. $150 Homo Fight REPACKZ Elite Pack on collectibles.com. Elite Edition. BP. Don't look at it.
Oh, well, I looked at the John Jones. All right, look now. What we got?
Joanna Young J check.
Ooh, my former girlfriend. What's up, Joanna?
Amazing card. 2016 card, though. From a while ago. We're going to sell that back.
Not that bad, Joanna. Speaking of Joanna, I don't know if I've ever shared this. Hold on, you keep going. You rip again. I gotta find this.
There's some new chase cards, BP. You seen these?
Okay,
no. Card for $1,000, $1,200 card for George
GSP, yeah.
John Jones and Dana card.
I saw that one last week. Yeah.
John Jones Kaboom, little Kaboomski.
Kaboom.
We'll rip a couple more, boys. Something about like the physical cards getting ripped,
sure, is
like super fun. Like I want to get a bunch of boxes and like rip them.
Yeah,
you know, I want to be a fucking whatnot streamer and just rip boxes of cards. It'd be sick.
It's just
let's start doing that.
Yeah, do it, dude. 5 big booms. Okay, Song Yadong, cool name. Oh. Speaking of Yana, as my former girlfriend, I want to play this quick video that she sent me.
Hey Brian, it's JJ. Thanks for the t-shirt. We all love John. Great idea. One more slip to go. Watch me tomorrow.
So my girl Heidi Dean, who used to work at the UFC, knew I had a crush on Joanna Jacek. So she had a John Anik shirt. One more sleep, and she gave it to Joanna and said, hey, a friend of mine, Brian, wanted to give you this shirt, which wasn't true. I didn't know any of this happened. So Joanna's like, let me send him a video of the thank him. So she sent that to me. So shout out Heidi Dean for being a fucking badass.
Did you beat off to that?
No. She's fully clothed. I'm not a child.
All right, JDM.
Hey,
Solid
okay.
hit. Solid
Nice
hit.
little hit there.
JDM.
Jack Della had a big fall off, but
Yeah,
old
that's good value,
JDM
though.
though.
We'll
Yeah,
take
good
that
value.
We're
Kind
gonna
of a cool looking card too. If I'm, I judge the card. You know, I'm not a card guy per se. I like visually. I judge it. Like that Kaboom John Jones to me. I think that looks the coolest.
sick. Yeah,
It looks so cool. And then that JDM looked really fucking
JDM
sick.
looks sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see that Connor card that was pulled yesterday?
Yeah.
I think it's sick. Dude.
Yeah.
Looks awesome.
I like the way that John Jones looked the one we pulled last week, because it was like vintagey looking.
Yeah.
It looked really cool too.
I sold that one back.
Oh, you did? Sold it?
Yeah. Didn't want it. Sold it back for like
So
4.
get out of here. I don't need this shit.
Someone said that Leaf brand was like not good to hold on to. So I said,
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
Patty the Batty. Oh, okay. Not a great.
Yeah. It's a rookie retro, Patty the Batty. Interesting. I'm surprised that's so low.
It's Panini.
Oh, is that why? Okay.
Rated rookie.
God, that's when Patty fought with the hair. We're never going to see that again.
Yeah. All right, we'll rip one more.
Fuck it, we're going again.
Whether
Sell it, we go again. Parlay Pete said that in the chat.
Sell it,
we go again.
Speaking of, it's Islam Fight Week. We got the Islam Auto
Yes, sir.
decked up.
If you pull an Ian Garry, you got to put $10 on Ian Garry to win by knockout. Just $10. If you pull
DP.
What?
I got so in the Whatnot stream yesterday, one of the spots I got was Mackenzie Dern.
Yeah.
And I had no Mackenzie Dern cards were pulled. But the big packs that you want is from the UFC Freedom 250.
Mm-hmm.
They're all numbered and they're like very exclusive. And she's in them. But when they pulled the Freedom 250 pack, she wasn't in it.
Yeah.
And then in the later stream, so each stream, like the slots reset.
Sure.
You to buy them back. They pulled 2 Mackenzie Dern cards out of their UFC Freedom 250 packs. I was like, bro, why couldn't that happen fucking last stream? But
yeah,
I took that as a sign to put a lot of money on Mackenzie Dern. So
sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't blame you. I'll follow suit.
Yanshan.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's actually not a bad value. Not a bad value. We'll take the
card.
We'll take the profit and we'll hang it up there. But you can rip some cards on collectibles.com. You can rip the 150 or the 60 and have a good time there. BP, we're gonna empty the clip this week. Who are we emptying the clip on?
It was going to be Islam. I texted my boy Hayden yesterday when we were going to do the show yesterday, and then I said, I can't give out Islam, so I'm going back to what I know. And I know chicks, baby. Mackenzie Dern. Someone in the chat said she's not pretty. She's just got a nice body. I disagree strongly. I think she is an absolute rocket. And I think she's going to look fantastic. I think she's going to dominate. I think if she doesn't get a finish, she'll skunk her. She'll win 40-45. But I think we're getting a finish here from Mackenzie Dern. Old Mac Dern. Give me Mac Dern, baby.
I like it. I like it a lot. Acid Leg likes it as well. Good pick, BP. And this week, not going back to the 40-year-old.
Okay.
Going with the women.
Hey, we're the same?
We're on the same empty the clip.
Okay.
The only
when
reason
you just said when the Mackenzie Dern's got pulled and you were really on it, I'm like, damn, I took his ETC, but then we're on the same. I love it.
Yeah, we're on the same. And I had this
first time ever.
I had this filled in before you even texted me too.
Sure. Yeah. First time ever in
a lot.
BigJive history. There's been times where I think I've sent you one and you're like, I kind of like that too. And you backed off because I don't know what he's picking. I sent him because he makes the graphics. But if you ever need me to back off of one, if maybe this isn't good for the show and you're like, hey, I kind of want that one, well, I can back off of one. But yeah.
It's all right. It's all right. And I don't do the graphics. There's a graphics guy.
Graphics guy does it. I apologize. Shout out to the graphics guy, Tom.
There's a graphics guy. There's actually an apprentice now starting, an intern.
Really? Interesting.
Because, the last graphics guy was fucking up a lot. So,
man. All right. Well, that's business right there.
3-punch parlay. Leg number 1. BP's going with Joel. Ow.
And he's climbed to minus 320, I know, but I still think he wins.
Yeah, I made this yesterday, actually.
Gore. That's right. You were heavy on Gore, bro.
Frank Gore getting it done.
Yeah.
And then we got to put Dern in there.
Mac Dern. Okay. All right.
Gets us to plus 272.
I'm nervous about fucking Treshawn, but I love everything else.
Well, don't be nervous.
I'm trusting you, bro.
Don't be nervous.
We technically won last week, so we're going to win again, baby.
Sicko. What are we doing this week, BP?
Yeah, we're going to give you 2 subs and 1 KO, babe. Okay? 2 subs and 1 KO. Joe Alvarez, he's going to sub Chitty. Chitty Bang Bang's going to go Chitty Night Night. We're going to go Kawu Fernandez, leg kick KO, maybe even a headshot KO. We're going KO there. And then my Mac Darren there, yeah, she's getting a sub as well, 28.40. You got to love it. You got to love it. Violence, finishing, that's what we want. No decision parlays. We're going finishes, almost 30-1. Trying to get those. I want to close the year with over 100 units up on the Sicko parlay. That's a hell of a fucking goal. Yeah. But we might do it right now with this one, baby.
Yeah, you're climbing up there. You could be up 80 units. F this one schmacks, which
let's go.
BP actually.
Yeah.
So I went to the casino today.
Nice.
And which I don't normally do. I only really do it on like the big cards because it's like a 40-minute drive.
Yeah. The same here. I used to, before betting was legal, I'd drive every Saturday morning to the casino. And then, yeah, go ahead.
Already put your Sicko in.
Ooh, that's
good thing you got it to me today. 100
bucks.
I actually got better odds. I got 31.66.
Nice. Good.
So
I love that. Yeah, I got these from DraftKings. DraftKings, I mean, listen, always odd shop. I just put these in the DraftKings. That's what I got.
My Sicko, you may have already seen it. It's on the socials already. You know,
okay.
We do this on Wednesday, and I would post my long shot on
Thursday
on the socials. But we got Treshawn Gore by finish plus 185.
Okay.
Deontay Johnson by KO plus 128. And we got Mansour Abdul-Malik by KO at plus 102 for a 12-13 parlay.
Nice.
Now, if you want a little additional long shot parlay,
a little a la mode, add a little ice cream on top.
Last week we hit the round 3 or decision parlay. It was 2 weeks or 2 legs. Third leg got voided. But this week I was going to go with this one and give it out as my Sicko, but I like this one a little bit more. I like to root for finishes. And yeah, I don't know. I just didn't really feel like giving out another decision one. But if you want to tail it, I did put it in. I think it's about 10, 11, 12-1, somewhere around there. But oral bye, round 3 or decision. Mackenzie Dern, round 4, 5 or decision. And Islam Makhachev, round 4, 5 or decision.
Interesting. Okay.
Which you could just go decisions on all of them. But if you want to play a little bit safer, I do think Dern can get the sub.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know. If she does get the sub, like, I'm not going to be mad because
sure,
we're fucking emptying the clip on her. But I do kind of feel like Jillian will be good enough to fend off some of the subs early.
Fair enough.
It'd have to be like she's getting tired and Dern slaps that arm bar. She got nothing left, you know? So that's the place for this week. We appreciate you for being here, chat.
Yes, sir.
UFC 330. Enjoy the fights. We'll be back here next week on Wednesday. We're going to be back on Wednesday, right, BP?
Yes, sir. No power outages.
We'll be back on Wednesday. What do we got? Sacramento card?
Yes, sir.
Is it Sac? Yeah, Sacramento card. Fight night next week. Stay tuned for that. We appreciate y'all for joining in the live stream tonight. We got a ton of people in here, ton of donations as well.
Yeah.
So give our
thank you guys
for that. And if you're watching after the fact, we appreciate you for tuning into the show, even if you couldn't make it live. And hit the like button for us on your way out. BP, anything before the chat before we hop out of here?
You guys are the best. Thank you for sticking with us. I'm sorry we weren't there yesterday. The weather, Mother Nature's a bitch, but you guys are the best. Appreciate all the donos and all the chat. I mean, the chat, it drives the show. I love it. You guys are the best.
All right, we'll see you next week, Wednesday,
see you.
7:30 p.m. Eastern. Until next time, BigJive MMA Show. We out.